Oh shit! It's a podcast.
Gus has the remote control.
I had to turn down the volume because I realized it was still on.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Gus, Gavin, Barbara, Jack. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Katie Ward and Gus.
That's me.
Welcome back.
And
your
Gus.
First
Did you say and Gus? I didn't
and
catch
Gus,
it.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Our first post-wedding appearance by Jack.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah. I'm super married now.
Super
I'm
married.
Like, look, I'm like ring and everything.
I don't think there are different levels of being married. I think it's a
super
binary
married.
thing. You're either married or you're not.
One. No, super married.
You either gave up half of your stuff or you didn't.
You look exactly the same.
Yeah.
I know.
You haven't grown?
I'm secretly much happier now.
But secretly.
Don't tell
I'm getting
anybody.
a weird echo. I don't know if you want to check that display or this one over here. I can hear us.
Have you gotten used to calling Katie your wife?
I've gotten better at it. At first, it was a little bit tricky. I would be like, "Oh, my girlfriend. Oh, my oh, no, it's my wife now."
Do you ever call her Mrs. Jack Pattillo?
I do not call her Mrs. Jack Pattillo. No, that would be awkward. Do you call her Mrs. Jack Pattillo?
No, but I should.
No, you shouldn't.
No,
that would be
Getting
terrible.
An angry, shaking face.
But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. So thank you. I don't know. We talked about it before, but Gus, you were actually the officiant at our wedding.
Yes.
And so you married the two of us, and you gave a very lovely speech.
Thanks.
It was wonderful. Then we had a nice little.
I got a nice present from you. I got a picture of us at the ceremony.
Yeah. We took a photo of you. We actually there's another photo of you at the. So we got married at this small little chapel out in southeast Austin, and or southwest Austin, excuse me. And it was super windy that morning. And so there was basically one spot. It was an outdoor chapel. And there was one spot, like, in a corner that the wind wouldn't hit you. And Gus, like, found that corner and wedged into it. So I have this photo of, like, the whole arrangement. And then Gus is kind of, like, hidden in that little,
Someone
little
tweeted
spot.
that picture.
So
I think Gilby did.
Yeah.
It was definitely, like, the one spot that was safe.
yeah.
You look like your cardboard cutout in that picture.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It was fucking brutal out there.
Yeah, it was like it was right when that winter storm blew in, because like the day before it was beautiful. It was like, this is going to be perfect, having an outdoor wedding, and then we had to do it really early because it was 11, 12, 13, so like every time was booked up. And so that morning, it was like I literally saw the cold front coming in.
Yeah,
it was nice.
It was like you say it was when the front was going through. I think literally the front was moving through.
Yeah, and so we caught the brunt of it. So it was a little windy,
The front
pretty
brunt.
damn cold, but
The front.
a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So.
usually if you plan a wedding for like mid-November in Austin, it should be fine.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right.
So, and then like of course like that afternoon it was okay, and like the next day was beautiful again. So it was like we just had a rough time, but then we had a reception a few days later, and Gavin blew it off. You dick. No, he was. I think you were actually
out of town. He was out of town.
You were in New York.
I was working.
Yeah, you were.
He
So
was
you have an
filming.
excuse.
Working.
But anyway, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, married life has been good. Going on my honeymoon, going on our honeymoon, I should say, on Saturday. We're going out to Orlando.
Just you.
Are you leaving
Yeah,
the country?
peace out. Have fun. Take care of the dog.
I
Oh, there we go. So yeah,
I think we have the picture.
yeah,
I
we
don't
have the
know-
photo
I don't know
come
if
up
it's
here in a
ready to be
second.
pulled up.
They're still working.
But so y'all are going on Saturday, you said?
yeah, we're going out to Orlando. So we're going to Universal. Katie
we have the
Katie
picture.
really wants to see Harry Potter World. Oh, there's Gus hidden in the corner here if you're watching the live stream at home. But
Just the way you're standing, you look cardboard.
that was literally the only spot out there that there was no wind, and it was
Yeah.
that one little bit right there.
I believe it.
But yeah, Katie really wants to go to Harry Potter World, so we're doing like that first, and gonna go check that out, and buying all of our Christmas gifts, and going to Disney.
You're
and
going to buy all your
SeaWorld.
Christmas gifts
Yeah.
at a tourist destination? Isn't that like the most expensive way to get your...
Probably.
Do me a
shopping
favor,
done?
don't buy me anything for Christmas.
You got it. Done.
I'll take Gavin's gift.
Okay.
When, I went on vacation. I went to Orlando, actually, over the summer.
Yeah.
In September, and when I came back, we had to start shooting Gauntlet season 2. So my first day officially back at work was, the first day was like the Saturday when we first started shooting Gauntlet season 2, and the first people I ran into were Matt and Brandon at the shoot. They're like, "Hey, welcome back. How was your vacation?" I was like, "Where'd you go?" And I said, "Oh, I went to Universal Orlando, and I saw like the Simpsons area that they built out there." And Brandon was like, "Wow, did you bring me anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did, Brandon. I brought you a gift." And he went, "Really?" I was like, "No, what the fuck is wrong with you? Of course I didn't bring you a fucking gift." And he just looked so crushed and defeated.
Yeah, they've got the new Simpsons area. They got like Moe's Tavern and like the Quickie Mart and everything.
The
Yeah.
Flaming Moe is not alcoholic.
Oh.
I was very
I
disappointed.
love
That's
crushing
brutal.
Brandon's hopes. It's my favorite thing
Yeah,
to
he was
do.
like crushed. Like it was like a physical weight having to put on his shoulders, and he just like
There's something
punched
really fun
down.
about disappointing him. Just to make him go, oh. It's really fun to do. You should try it.
I'll give it a shot. Maybe when I come back, I'll see how it works out.
Oh my
I
god.
find it naturally very easy to be.
But I'm
disappointed.
excited. And actually, they're opening up a new Harry Potter park at Universal Studios. So they have the main one at Universal Islands of Adventure. They're opening another one, what used to be Amityville, where they had, or not Amityville. No, I guess it was Amityville, where it had the Jaws stuff.
Okay.
So they got rid of all that, and they're adding in more Harry Potter
Oh,
stuff.
okay. I saw
stuff.
that construction when I was
Yeah.
there. Is that?
They had like the
How long until the whole park is just a fucking Harry
No
Potter
kidding.
thing?
Well, it's funny now because like. So Islands of Adventure, they have like a whole Marvel land. So they have like the Hulk theme ride and the Spider-Man ride, all these different things. But now Disney owns all the Marvel characters. So they own the rights. But so Universal made an agreement to use those characters before Disney bought out Marvel. So I'm curious how that works.
We talked a couple podcasts ago. We talked about how Fox still retains the rights to the Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah.
Because they made the movie and they're making another one. Like
Yeah.
that is still outside of
Is that
the
something that they're proud
Disney
of?
agreement. What was that?
Is that something that they're proud of?
Yeah, they're making another one.
Well, they made 2 and they're making a new one. They're making like a reboot of it though, I think.
Oh, really?
And that's like Sony owns Spider-Man. So which is unfortunate because you'll never see Spider-Man in an Avengers movie. And there'll never be a crossover like the X-Men or
I'm sure
anything
those
like
licensing agreements will run out eventually.
that. Eventually, maybe. But
I really want a scene where the Human Torch blows Captain America. I'll be interested to see how they pull that off.
What?
What?
Johnny Blaze. He's like, hey, Cap, how you doing?
I guess I'm being told that Disney owns Marvel Studios, not Marvel outright. So they probably own the film side of things, not the comic side of things.
Really? I could have sworn Disney has bought Marvel.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm being corrected in my ear
Oh, well.
By Brandon.
by Brandon.
Nah.
Oh, well, I'm sure Brandon is.
He's got a laptop. He's probably
All
looking
right.
it up right
All
now.
I'm sure he's showing us right now that we are
we'll
totally
get
wrong.
we'll get angry tweets about it here any second
Absolutely.
now. That
Sure we
will,
already
I
are.
trust Twitter more than anyone. But yeah, so Florida's gonna be nice. Hopefully, it's really.
How long are you going to be out of the office?
I'm gonna be out all of next week, so I'm going from Saturday till Sunday, so 8 days in Florida, and so
That to me is like the perfect honeymoon, going to a theme park.
Yeah.
Because you have so much fun together and it's like usually warm, the
Yeah.
places that have theme parks. So
No, the best place for a honeymoon is someplace where the weather's miserable, so all you can do is fuck, like nonstop.
that's also
you don't want to go to
a
Orlando.
really good point. Also, now I don't want to picture that at all.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Katie.
Yeah, you want to.
like
We're
you
too
want
good
to see
friends.
photos from our honeymoon? No, I do not.
We were stuck in the hotel room
Yeah.
the whole time.
we went
Katie's got a limp now.
we went to Edmonton in the middle of winter.
Yeah, don't
Disney
do that.
does own Marvel. Brandon's correcting himself.
There you go. So, but yeah. So it's gonna be fun,
I
and
like
I'm
everyone's
excited.
different ideas of what a good holiday or a good vacation is.
What is
Like,
the perfect holiday
For
you?
me, it would be beach
Okay,
and ocean that's kind of swimmable.
so like the Caribbean,
Kind of
or-
swimmable. Like, what makes it kind of swimmable? Like, it's really
warm
kinda
enough,
shitty.
warm enough to spend over an hour in. Then I would just lie on the beach, and that's it for like a week, and I wouldn't do anything.
Really?
I don't want to do anything.
I guess living in Puerto Rico jaded me to that. So that sounds like a fucking nightmare to
Really?
me now. I
See,
never want to do
in,
that.
Where I lived in the UK was the furthest point from any coastline in the country, just right in the middle.
Plus, I mean, the UK has beautiful beaches. So if you
And
lived on the beach
all,
there,
the,
it would be
all the beaches
When
are
I
just
think UK,
crap
I think
and,
beach.
like
Well, like-
Pebbles or Bournemouth is all dirty and stuff.
You
so.
and I and Michael are always so excited about going swimming.
Yeah.
Because we are from like England and the north and stuff, and it's like we don't have beaches and warm weather and stuff.
Yeah.
So like every time it's beautiful outside and we can go swimming, it's amazing.
Yeah, I grew up
Everyone-
next to a lake, so I just literally walked through my friend's backyard, and boom, there was water. So we
Fuck
go
you.
like,
And everyone in LA is like, oh, I'm sick of this weather. It's like it's beautiful
Perfect
paradise
every day.
300 days a year. And I'm like, I want to choke you to death.
it's 75 and beautiful. Ugh.
So what's your idea of a perfect vacation then, Barbara?
I have to agree with Gavin. I'm into the whole beach vacation thing.
Yeah.
What was that?
that head bump.
It's violence towards women. Gross. What about you? I guess like
I like
theme parks.
Yeah, I love theme parks and stuff. Like, well,
I heard that. Oh my god.
it's like Gavin's tooth in the beer bottle.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Barbara
Why?
threw a griff ball at him, and I think Gavin may have chipped a tooth on the beer bottle.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine.
So theme park?
Yeah, I love theme parks. I mean, I love roller coasters, and Katie doesn't like roller coasters. We did the coaster thing for Travel Channel, and like that was a challenge. Apparently, I didn't realize how much she didn't enjoy that. So it's
I
gonna
don't
be
think-
rough. So
I never think of coasters really when I think of like Orlando. I
There's
guess
a
there's like
couple.
Space Mountain and
yeah, well, I mean,
Disney.
those are more of the simple ones. But I mean, I'm like the Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney Hollywood and like Hulk and
right.
But they have the Spider-Man ride, which is not really a roller coaster,
Didn't-
but it has elements
Didn't
of
someone die on the Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster ride like recently, like in the last 6 months?
Oh, really? I
It
don't
may
know.
have been at the location in France.
Okay.
Shit, I know I read the story. I'm talking about my ass now. I'm gonna look it up.
You want some Disney trivia?
What's it called? Rock and Roller
The
Coaster?
Rock and Roller Coaster.
Okay,
It's
what's Disney
Aerosmith's
trivia?
Rock and Roller Coaster. The France version of Rock and Roller Coaster was the first one they built, and it was the very first Disney roller coaster to do an inversion. So it was the first coaster ever
Whoa.
that Disney owned that would actually flip you over at some point.
So that one predates
The one
Magic Mountain at Disneyland Paris, because that one also has an inversion.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
Yeah, I
it's not
think
Rock
that's
and
the
Roll. It's
one
probably
that has the first inversion.
Okay, yeah. So, but I know the park in France had a flipping coaster, so or a inverted coaster at some point. So
Some quote I can see here is a kid died on that roller coaster in 2006. A boy. A girl died in 2007. So you'll probably be safe. I mean, it's only like one a year. So the chances of like actually dying are pretty low.
Do more people die on those like bungee rides? That's just basically like they pull you back in that like
Like the slingshot.
the
thing?
slingshot looking thing.
I
I imagine
know.
more people
They
die.
don't, they don't have to report
There's
deaths
two
on
different
those.
kinds. There's like the swing, which is like they pull you up and they just launch you down and you go the big swing. And there's the ones where they like pull you down and just launch you
Yeah.
straight up in the air and you have like that circle thing around you.
I would never do that.
I've done that once. It's the G forces that you hit are pretty cool.
I think I would like literally shit my pants.
Like it would just like you'd be like a toothpaste tube. Like the G forces would just squeeze it all out.
Well, that'd be rough because as you're going up, it's coming up behind you. So when you stall, it's just all catching you.
Yep.
Well,
That
the
would be-
toothpaste just goes straight back up.
You come on, you should know you can never put toothpaste back in the tube. Once that's out, that's out, man.
Gus, what is your perfect vacation?
Staying at home, playing video games.
Yeah.
I knew
Using
that
the
was going to be
internet.
the answer.
I was thinking Vegas would be up there for you.
No, I just want to play video games
All right.
at home on my TV.
so
I've
you like the
been playing-
staycation?
Yeah.
I've been playing Dead Rising 3 like an absolute monkey.
Have you finished it yet?
No. I'm on the second to last chapter, though.
Okay. Chapter 6?
Yes. And I've got 2 days left. The timer really isn't a big deal in this
No,
one.
not at all. I
It's
love
like
it.
Leisurely pace.
I feel like they got rid of a lot of the like the high stress stuff,
Yeah.
the stuff that made it really difficult, and now it's just fun.
Yeah. And there was a new Psycho which gave me something new to shout at the TV. And it was, ooh, kinky.
Oh, that was the
Wait, what?
The
You just
lusty
shout at
guy?
the TV?
Yeah. Basically, in the boss fights, you can stun them, kind of, or make them change what they're doing by yelling a thing that it pops up on the TV. The Kinect
Really?
picks it up. And usually it's like, you're crazy, calm down. But one of them was like, oh, kinky.
it was the guy you fight in the sex shop.
yeah.
Does Kinect have any trouble reading your voice?
Yeah,
your...
all the time. We talked about it last week a lot.
Oh, okay.
And it understands me maybe like once every 5
Can't
times.
you choose the accent that it hears?
I can pick English, but it changes my entire Xbox to English, which
Really?
it takes away all like Hulu and stuff.
Yeah, you finally got your PlayStation fixed, right?
Yeah, I logged into my PS4 when the PS4 came out with my pre-existing PSN network, PSN username, and it was just like, nope, it hasn't come out in England yet, so you can't do anything. I was
But
like,
now that it's
man.
launched
yeah,
in England, you
it's
can.
unlocked it all for me.
I was showing Gavin that now on the Xbox One, there are leaderboards for apps like Hulu Plus, so you can see how many videos your friends have watched.
Oh, Jesus.
So he didn't know it was there. And it took me a while to find it again. Like if you go into the app, like where you install it from, and then pull up like app details, like on the side there's a leaderboard.
Yeah,
And,
it's
That's
creepy.
a little creepy, yeah.
I want to turn mine off.
and it also shows you if you pull up Netflix, it shows you the number of movies that your friends have rated. Not watched.
Well, there's an achievement based on that, right? I think there's like an achievement for rating.
I think that's the
5.
only reason people do it.
Yeah. So I think it's like 5, then 25, and 100 or something like. There's so many you do. So that might be people just going through just rating stuff just to get those achievements too.
Yeah, it was the only people who had rated Netflix movies in
Yeah.
there were our friends who were in a film
Oh, okay.
who live down
Nice.
here.
Do you ever rate stuff on iTunes or Netflix or anything?
When I first got Netflix, like the DVD service, before they had streaming, yeah, I went through and I rated just about everything I could,
Really?
hoping that it would start recommending stuff that I liked, and it really was mediocre at best.
I
so
never leave
stopped.
ratings for stuff. Ever.
I always get annoyed if you buy something on Amazon and then it says, rate your interaction with a seller. I never do it.
I got a call today from my bank, and it was like a survey call saying like, "Oh, you use an ATM at this location. What did you feel about the ATM?" I'm like, "Really? Okay." Thank you. And there was like 3 questions. It was fast. But
It was
like,
clean.
That was weird. They're like, would you use that location
Text
again?
was
Like,
readable.
what's your opinion of our bank? I'm like, okay, that's strange.
That doesn't
but-
work though, because if it was just complete crap, you wouldn't use it though.
Yeah, yeah.
So they would never know to contact you for
Well, some people, like Time Warner Cable, like people hate Time Warner Cable, but some people just have to use them. And so it's kind of like, all right, you just kind of forced just by lack of options. So I understand that for some things. But a bank, though, there's so many banks out there, you should be able to use whatever you want.
I just got rid of cable.
Yeah?
I'm really happy.
Nice.
I was watching, I think, like 1 or 2 shows ever
No.
and paying $80 a month or however much cable is. I got rid of it. And now I keep getting offers from AT&T wanting to sell me cable.
So did you cut your bill down?
Yeah. like more than in half.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now when gigabit fiber comes out, you can spend all the money you save on that. Get the fastest internet possible.
I also just paid my car off, which is exciting.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Man.
High five.
I'm gonna have all this extra
Was that
money.
your Hanukkah gift to yourself?
No, just
So
leasing the car.
that's just my segue
Oh,
into the fact that Thanksgiving and Hanukkah were on the same day this year.
they were.
Which,
Which is, I think, the first time it's happened in I don't know how long, but the
I think
next time it's going to
Since
happen.
Moses rescued the Jews.
I think they said the last time that it had happened was before
That's what we
Thanksgiving
celebrate
was
on Hanukkah.
celebrated, or
Yeah.
it was had an official date. So it may have happened, but there was no recording.
And the next time I think is going to be like 75,000 years.
Yeah, I
from now.
have the year written down here. It'll be in the year 79811.
Jesus.
So
See you then.
almost
That's
the year
actually a star
80,000.
Yeah.
Why is it so far away?
I read an explanation of it, and it was so complicated I couldn't really fathom it. But I think the gist of it was the Hebrew calendar is lunar based instead of solar based. So months typically have 29 or 30 days. So as time goes on, Thanksgiving and Hanukkah drift further apart from each other.
Yep.
And unless there's like a reset of the Hebrew calendar, which happens every so often, they'll
So is it going to be in the summer then?
no. That's why they reset it.
Right.
That it'll eventually.
That
just
would
move
be
away.
really funny if like people during Christmas are still like, oh, happy Hanukkah, because they assume it's like the same time. It's like, that was like 6 months ago.
This is Leap Hanukkah this year.
Yeah.
I lit the candles with my parents last night on FaceTime.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was
So
lovely.
that sounds like an Apple ad waiting to happen right there.
I know. And
Also
by
sounds
sing,
like
I
a
mean I
euphemism.
listened to them sing as I sat there like,
It's a shame there's not an app for that. Like you can get like a internet connected menorah, and you can like hit a button on your app, and you can light the candle.
oh,
so
I'm
it's like
sure
you're
there
there.
is.
They can do a Wemo switch for that, where you
Yeah.
can plug it in, turn
My
it
dad
on.
develops apps. You should make that one.
You should totally make that. It's like connected to like one of those Bic lighters, and like you hit the app, and like a little robotic arm just squeezes it, and click, and it just knows like it can sense where the tops of the different candles are.
That would be really
There's going to
funny.
be so many lawsuits for houses that are burnt down.
Well, then
People
you have,
pocket dial their Jew candle lighter.
but then you have to like, you're using FaceTime already, so you'd have to like hold it up on your iPhone or something if you're using an iPad, because you can't run an app while be on FaceTime. I think.
You can. You just pause video.
Unless you can run video through the app, it's part of the app,
There you go.
Ooh.
and then you can like touch where you want the lighter to go, and it can sense where it is from the video.
So you're just talking to a family member and you press it. And suddenly like, ah, Jesus!
A cat
I've got
jumping in
hair
front of the
falling
camera.
Nothing could possibly go wrong with this idea.
It's true.
Genius. I love it. Like that, like the Amazon drones. Like nothing will go wrong with those
Nope.
little flying bugs that are going to destroy
So,
humanity.
what's it called? Amazon
Amazon
Prime Air,
Air. Yeah.
which is 30-minute. This isn't out yet, right? It's
No.
for
No,
the
no.
future. But you'll be able to press a 30-minute delivery,
yeah.
and this is the video of it.
Yeah,
it
here.
loads it onto a quadcopter thing or an octopus.
That's like it's like a 6-rotor copter or something.
Or-
Yeah, so
yeah.
basically, I'm guessing it has to be within a certain location, like a certain warehouse. Like
Yeah.
if you
I
live
think
in
they
a,
said within 10 miles of one of their distribution centers.
yeah,
is what I
Yeah.
read.
and I think they have distribution centers in major cities, right?
What are the chances those would crash into each other?
What are the chances
Probably
that
pretty
people?
slim.
Yeah, into each other, probably very,
What are
very
the chances
slim.
that they're
guess.
going to land and a bunch of kids are going to grab them and steal them?
Seriously, like they could just watch it fly over there and be like, oh,
But it's got all
get
the
it.
fucking GPS
Yeah.
tracking device on it.
Yeah.
Well, so does an iPhone though, and people still nick those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I figure Amazon's gonna be invested. They're gonna show up to your door.
I guess
Jeff
they
Bezos
wanna-
is gonna show up with a fucking baseball bat and break your goddamn knees. You're gonna give him his drone back.
I think they want
Where's
it to
my
be-
robot, you asshole?
No, what if
Give
they
me
steal
my
the
robot.
package? They can steal the package. Like they see one of those robots.
Yeah, but as it
carrying
is
that.
right now, they can steal a package off someone's doorstop with
That's
UPS or FedEx.
Yeah, I guess
UPS
that's
or
true.
FedEx steals the fucking package. At least the goddamn drone's not gonna steal my goddamn iPhone.
Yeah, but you could watch people get packages. Like you don't know if
Oh, I
someone.
like to watch.
Well, I wonder if it's something like you get
Yeah,
like a
get that
location marker, or you have to say like this is the location I want air to go, or air whatever the drone
Yeah,
to drop.
you've got to be able to designate like
So
a
you set it
landing
like your
zone, right?
backyard or
Yeah.
something. Like just land here. That would give it a lot of
So
space.
what's stopping me from taking the thing out, popping in some feces, and sending it back on its way?
Just waving to it as it
I
goes
think
away.
based
Sure
on the
that's gonna
video, it
happen.
seemed like the copter took off without the packaging.
Yeah.
Oh, I could hide
The
some poo in
packaging
that
might
for sure.
be like you send it back through the mail.
Yeah, or you just keep it. You know.
Why have we talked about putting poo into things like multiple times on this podcast?
Like what? Oh, like poo back in the toothpaste or whatever.
Poo's
Not-
interesting.
Not poo in the toothpaste. but-
I was joking that when this service comes out, if the service ever comes out, at our new studio, we'll have to build like a landing facility with
Yeah.
like 6 landing pads, and we're gonna hire Blaine to be out there with flashlights, like landing them, like guiding them down.
Get those big earmuff things.
Until they're as common as delivery trucks, people are just going to mess with them though.
Yeah.
Like the first thing I thought, I want to make it land on glue. and see if it can take off again.
Like a fly paper, you're treating it like a goddamn fly.
Yeah.
You leave a note for it, takes off the note.
Or like tape some toilet paper to it so it's flying.
Someone pointed out that they should add like webcams to them too, so you can actually watch it en route to wherever
What I was
it's
saying
going.
was that, what I was having a conversation with someone this morning about it is that Amazon is, they sell physical goods, but essentially they're a data company. So if they're flying all of these drones and expanding their service, all they'll do with that is attach cameras and then make like an even better like Google Maps, where it's like constantly being updated, because Google Maps has to rely on all satellite data. Why not you just update it from drones that are flying every day constantly?
They should make them security cameras as well while they're flying, because they'll catch crime.
They'll probably catch assholes like you setting down glue traps for them, or toilet paper. Like, he embarrassed our drone.
This is gonna sound stupid. What's the actual definition of a drone?
That's what I said. 10-mile radius. I'm sorry. What was your question? I'm being told information I already fucking said.
What's the actual definition of a drone? Like, is it just a
Unmanned
robot?
aircraft?
I think it doesn't necessarily have to be an aircraft. Just like an unmanned
I thought it was just like a robot.
Yeah.
Because when I heard that they were gonna have like drones deliver your packages, I thought it was gonna be like actual robots.
Like a dude walking up to your door.
Wow.
Hello, Barbara.
And I was like, how is that more efficient? I don't get it.
I am from Amazon.
Like Brent Spiner shows up at your front door. Here you go. Bye.
You might be thinking of droids.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Well-
These are unmanned drones, aerial
UAV.
vehicles. Yeah. But I'm excited. They
It's
said
cool.
they said that they want to have it up in like 4 to 5 years.
You know something's...
Well,
I
they
don't
said
think
they said 2015 at the earliest, and it's like Bezos was talking to the FAA about flight space and all that stuff. And
You know what the FAA is going to say?
F
Ha
you.
ha ha! No.
Yeah, ha, ha, ha,
planes
give
would
us a
actually be
shitload
just
of money.
dodging them
You
constantly.
think like Jeff Bezos and like Elon Musk, like they're like the super geniuses with money now that are doing crazy shit like this?
They're gonna fly drones to space.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then send you your packages like that.
You know something is a cool idea, though, when the first question in frequently asked questions is this sci-fi?
Yeah.
Is this an April Fool's joke?
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean that was unbelievable that they
Yeah.
announced that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I saw that and I was like, this it can't be real.
I thought it
And
was
then you read
fake.
about it, it's like shit.
Because I saw it on
that's-
Reddit.
Yeah.
And I was watching the video. I'm like, this is like just like a fan-made video, right, or something.
No.
I don't understand what's happening.
That
right
is
now.
the future of pizza delivery.
Well, isn't Domino's doing that too? Like Domino's is looking at the exact same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, Domino's is looking to like unmanned drones to deliver pizza.
Could they be called drone minnows?
No, they
What?
couldn't.
Did you
That
see
wouldn't be their name.
that made me think about this? Did you see that interactive billboard that British Airways set up?
What the kid pointing at the plane?
The kid
Yeah,
pointing at planes as they're flying over.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but apparently, I guess Domino's set up a similar thing, like
Oh,
a
really?
parody of that one, like pointing out Domino's delivery drivers in the area.
Sorry, I changed
That's
my
cool.
answer to Domadrones. Sorry.
Wow,
That's not
a
any
great
better.
improvement.
That's 2 strikes, Barbara. So we've still got an hour
we should,
left.
We should set up like the pun strike meter anytime Barbara's on. We should have like a graphic for this.
We should.
That we can just like overlay on the screen.
And it would
like
cover
no
me,
whammies,
cover
no
me
whammies.
more and more each time.
Yeah, it's slowly blocking you and reducing the volume of your microphone.
Eventually, then we just like the ejector seat activates, and you just get fucking booted out. A drone comes and gets you and takes you and flies you off.
Barbara Dunkelman.
That's 3.
There you go. That's it.
Out. You're out of here.
Take a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been Barbara Dunkelman.
Hey, big
Go.
hand, Barbara Dunkelman.
Go.
I don't want to leave.
So are they just are drones the future? Like, am I going to be in a bar and a tiny little drone will come over and just go and refill my drink and fly off?
Well, the even better question is, will you be at a bar, too drunk to drive, and can you call a drone to come pick you up and take you home?
Will it be like ants? Like,
I just imagine like drunk assholes being flown back to their house.
It's like, fuck you, I'll fight you, drone. Come at me, drone.
Come at me,
you know that scene?
Please be quiet, sir.
That scene in The Matrix where Neo gets born into the real world.
Yeah.
They pick him up with that claw. And he's just like this.
That's exactly what
He'll be flying over the houses like that.
Just like college campuses, just like inundated with these drunk assholes
The
being
bad
dropped
side
off.
effect, the reason you'll never see that, is drunk people will just instantly start throwing up at that. And just you're just under a drone.
Oh my
That's
god.
a drunk person's being flown over.
Driving
You're
down
like,
35.
Or there'll be 2 of them
Oh.
side by side with 2 drunk people and they'll see each other. Be like, oh, you want to go? You want to go? And they'll be like swinging at each other, flying through the air.
what if the drones had to obey them and they had to fight too? It's
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
like, excuse my friend, he's had too much to drink.
And then the drones retract little arms and they start going at us.
I thought of another pun, but I'm not gonna say it.
No, do it. Come on, you got 3 strikes.
Driving?
Drunk
Drunk.
drival.
Drunk driving? That's not a
Drunk
pun.
driving.
Drunk punning.
But I
more like
fucked it up because I was so excited.
Good God.
That's what she said. Drunk driving.
Drunk.
That was better. That was an improvement.
Was it?
Probably just that one, and maybe not have said the other three. Would have been good.
You gotta learn to put the filter on. Not let them all out there.
Never.
We are getting to the future, though. Electric cars,
Technology.
drones.
I keep thinking to myself, technology is at such a good level. If it stopped now, I'd actually be very happy. Not that I'd be happy, but I'd be fine if
You'd be content with
life.
life.
Yeah, everything's just great.
I feel like we're at a peak right now.
No.
No, I think travel is gonna. They're still working on travel stuff. Like I
They
imagine.
went back on travel. Concorde was the future. They stopped it.
Yeah, but I mean, like even like Elon Musk was doing like those tube things, like down highways. Something we're gonna see something like that in our lifetime.
No, we need like fucking ram jets. You know,
Yeah.
fly like New York to LA like in 30 minutes.
like the
or
Mach
something.
5 jets or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that
that's
was
what
space plane.
Spaceship X is, right?
I don't know how it works. If I knew how it worked, I'd be making that instead of fucking making a goddamn stupid ass podcast.
So that's not a thing that exists.
Yeah, I think it exists.
What,
like
ramjets?
NASA works on it.
Yeah.
People way smarter than me. You know what they don't do? They don't make a podcast. This is my contribution to technology in the future. This.
Talking about drunk
This
drones.
fucking 1280 by 720 box that I'm sitting in.
Can you use magnets to get stuff faster than planes?
Sure, why not?
Can you use magnets to get stuff faster than planes?
Faster
Like
on.
electromagnets, like.
Like,
You
like
make like bullet
maglev
trains,
stuff.
right? That are like maglev.
Yeah,
Well, you know those things that fire. What are those guns
Rail
called? that-
guns.
railgun.
Yeah, then it's just magnets, right?
I thought you said real guns.
Yes, in a basic sense, yes.
Yeah.
Magnets, man.
Magnets, bitch.
Science, bitch.
How do they work?
Like, let's say you're going from New York to LA. Why don't they just put a giant magnet in LA and like hold it up in the sky and wait for the plane?
Because you'd have a load of people's fillings come flying out, wouldn't you?
Are fillings magnetic?
Well, you're not allowed.
The really
to go-
old ones are, I think.
Oh, well, that's just old people then. Who cares?
You'd see all the old people just go like, woohoo!
From the mouth first.
Or past all the people hanging from drones.
Yeah.
The cars just flying up the magnet too. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think that like, there's going to be technology as far as like travel stuff. I think that's going to be. There's still a lot of room there to grow. I mean, you got to think like how long ago was the Wright brothers? Was that
1903?
Yeah, so it's been we've just over 100 years, and the planes are still our primary long distance traveling. I think there's more to it than that.
Space.
Well, I mean, like the Spaceship X, they were talking about
Yeah.
like be able to like launch from one place, go, and then land in like 30 minutes. You can go pretty much anywhere on the planet.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
So-
that's.
What, so you
that's
go
gonna
up
be
and
the
wait?
future.
Yeah,
I had that idea. I should be credited with that. I swear I mentioned that on the podcast before. Like,
I
why
think-
why
I'm
bother
sure you were the
flying?
first person
Why bother
ever.
flying when you can go up into space, wait for 12 hours, and come back down?
I think they do more than wait. I think they actually go in the direction in order to save time.
Wait. Gavin's travel plan.
You cannot move anywhere on the latitude. You just have to be on that one line.
Yeah,
as
well,
the
that
Earth
was my
rotates.
thing about tethering the moon, is if you had a rope from the moon hanging to Earth, hold on to the rope, the Earth would rotate at however many thousands of miles per hour, and then you let go and you're there. Wouldn't it?
I forgot about how ridiculous you are.
Feathering the moon.
It's been too long.
They've talked about space elevators before. Like that's a legit thing where they were talking. But like, imagine if you had something from the space station, you were able to drop a line and then connect it from something coming up from Earth. But the problem with that is there's so much kinetic electricity going through there, or static electricity, that it would be impossible. Is it kinetic or static? I don't know.
Or
One of the two.
extreme fishing from the space station. Really, really long
Like
line.
they drop down a moon rock to try to get a geologist. They're like, I can see him. Like they're like fishing for scientists or nerds.
It's like a rock like wrapped in a dollar bill.
If you pulled a fish from the ocean, reeled it in to the
Oh, that's
space
what you're talking about,
station.
like people.
No, fish!
That'd be ridiculous, Gus.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Why would you fish for people?
Because it's funnier. Why would you fish for fish from space?
Because if I put a rock on the Earth, there's no guarantee that someone's going to hold it.
That's why I said a moon rock.
He's not going to hold it.
How would you know what a moon rock looks like anyway? Do you know if I
It has a little stick that says moon rock, like a little toothpick and a
if I put a
sign.
table of rocks here, would you know which one is the moon rock?
Yeah, sure. It's the one covered in regolith. Moon dust.
Yeah.
That's right.
You can put portals on that.
Oh, that's right. So what was your idea? You would fish? So why would you catch fish from the space station?
It would just be like an extreme form of fishing.
I see. So like it would be like a touristy thing.
It would be like an event that the bored astronauts can do while they're on the space station.
How long would the reel, like the spool, like
Well,
theoretically? I mean,
this is what I was thinking. It would have to be so long that it would be too heavy, I think, to hold, wouldn't it?
well, it's space, so there's zero gravity, so you can hold anything really.
Well, everything below the atmosphere would be pulling on you, though.
Yeah.
You could just sit up to like a space wench. And then fucking just
Just bring a tow truck up.
problem solved.
This is the space
I like how
station.
this is the limiting problem in your story. Is would the fishing line be too heavy? Not all of the other million things that could potentially be wrong. Just the fishing line might be too heavy. Like the most practically solved, easily solved problem. That's the problem.
I just like the idea of a fish being plucked out of the ocean. It just keeps going. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, whoa, this sucks, you guys.
And all his fish friends are
Wait,
just like,
kind of cool now.
What happened to Thomas? Fuck, he went to space.
I must go now. My planet needs me.
They like a catch and release. You get him like, oh, and you throw him back. Goes sailing back down to the earth.
you just, there's an astronaut on the space station. He just goes, and it's just,
Like George Clooney and Sandra Bullock, just watching fish float by.
how long would a fish survive in space?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Would it have a little, like,
that's
space
actually a
helmet
good
on?
question because
Probably just about as long as a human would survive.
Well, you gotta figure. No, I'm thinking more of the water. Is that what you're talking about? Like,
They
because
just can't breathe. It's the same thing, same problem we have. Also, there's like the lack of pressure,
yeah,
the
like,
crazy fluctuation in temperatures.
Oh, I thought you meant like on the space station, or do you just mean it out in space?
Yeah,
He doesn't think about this
That's
stuff.
true.
He just like poses the most
Yeah.
basic form of the question.
I remember learning as a kid that if you took off your helmet in space, your head would explode.
I don't think
But
that's
apparently
actually
it's a
true.
myth.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, it doesn't explode, but you'll just,
But
like,
I always
you
thought,
have to, like, hold your breath out or something.
I always thought it was because there's no air, that there's air in your suit and in your body, so the vacuum of space would just pull your air out.
But that would be a very fast process. There's not that much air in your suit.
Yeah, but there's air in your body that would be sucked out, surely.
Yeah, but your body's not airtight. Your body's porous.
You're supposed to, like, let all the air out of your lungs.
I think I've heard what Barbara's saying. I don't know if it's true or not.
So
I've
you
never been
breathe-
a fucking
you
space
breathe
science
out.
expert.
Yeah.
Well,
so
it's
that
like,
your lungs are kind of like,
It's like when you come up when you've been deep diving. You have to let your air out, otherwise
Slowly, yeah.
you get
the pressure just,
The bends.
the bends,
baby, I got the bends.
and then you go gammy for the rest of your life,
Yes, nitrogen bubbles that build
Yeah.
up in your brain.
and in your joints.
Have you ever been scuba diving?
No.
I've been snorkeling, never scuba diving though.
You been scuba diving?
Nope.
I went scuba diving once in a pool as like a practice run. And they told you that if you hold your breath when you're like deep underwater and scuba diving, your lungs could explode. That scarred me for life. I was like, I am never going scuba
It's
diving.
like the pool is the last thing you did?
Yeah.
Anybody know what scuba stands for?
Sustains something underwater breathing apparatus.
Self-contained.
Self-contained.
Underwater breathing apparatus.
I got 3 out of 5. Come on.
Well done.
When I was younger, I used to think I would want to go scuba diving, but then like as I started getting older, I started thinking more and more about like what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. I'd sooner go to space than scuba dive, I think.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's like really a cool concept. You're breathing
Oh,
underwater.
It's a cool concept. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can breathe underwater with a snorkel.
Not like that deep.
Just get a really long snorkel.
That's your solution to everything.
Or get a
Get a really
Just
long
make it a really
version
long
of this.
one.
But length affects physics.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
Well, there's our next T-shirt.
no. But like, okay, if you have a straw, you can suck water up the straw, right?
Yeah.
You can only do that for like 10 meters, and then straws don't work.
I want to see you make a 30-foot long straw to prove your point right now.
Like, you could get it, the water will get up to a certain level, and then it
You
boils.
would need a stronger pressure.
It boils?
Yeah, like, it evaporates.
In the straw?
It starts steaming, doesn't it?
It's news to me.
Doesn't it boil?
What?
Chris is laughing his ass off
What? No,
right now.
it's Chris, doesn't it like evaporate? Like the pressure makes it evaporate or something.
I don't think he knows.
Wait, so you're saying water? So you're saying water can't be transported in a tube longer than 10 meters?
And apparently it
You can't
boils.
suck against gravity 10 meters more up. What?
So okay, so if
I
I'm
like
not,
how you confused yourself mid-sentence.
so what about like skyscrapers? Like there's water on the top floors of those things. They
Yeah,
have
but
to suck-
nobody's drinking from a glass that's on the floor on the top of the skyscraper.
Wow.
What?
Like I've known you to say some dumb things, but I'm seriously confused as to what you're saying. I'm assuming it's dumb, but it might not be.
What do you mean what I'm saying?
No one drinks a cup of water on the floor of the top of a skyscraper? Is that what you said?
You're saying someone in the top of a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm saying
people
the-
are agreeing with you. Gavin is right. The pressure increases the temperature, and the water does boil in a long straw.
Oh, Chris, it boils. He was laughing at me.
I don't want to see this. If you're right, I'll give
by
you
the way, that was Twitter telling me that. I didn't look that up. So
What was the username?
Rewars and Jay Volton.
Thank you, guys.
Good job, guys.
I will give you $100 if you put together a straw that long and try this experiment.
Okay.
We
I'll
can
do
find somewhere to do 10 meters, so it's
Yeah.
roughly 30 feet, 33 feet or so.
Yeah.
So,
Just give me a cup and a...
Does it have to be upright or could it be like?
well, apparently it has to be upright.
up.
It has to
We'll
be
do it that
straight
way.
up. Do you think you have enough sucking power to get something?
Oh,
out
he
of-
sucks.
He does suck, but do you think you can get something out like of a straw that long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where can you buy a straw of that length? Like, how would you do that realistically?
know.
We could just chain straws together.
Yeah,
No,
but then
but-
you would lose pressure at each joint.
Not if you
Yeah.
bunged them.
If Bungdom? Is that a song, Bungdom style?
Well, are straws when they make straws? Do they make them like just like the 1 or 6 inches or whatever it is, or do they make like one long tube and they just cut it?
I don't work at a fucking straw plant.
There's bound to be like a Reading Rainbow episode where they
We
show you how
must
to
have
make
a
straws
listener
or
who
something.
works for a straw...
If we
Straw
have a
factory?
listener that works for a straw manufacturing plant, please contact us and let us know if we
Yeah.
can purchase a 10-meter long straw.
Email caleb@achievemehunter.com.
we'll draw lines in pen on the outside of the straw how high the water goes.
Yeah, of course.
And where it boils.
We're getting like this is like MythBusters episode stuff right now. Like we could do this. This would be
Yeah,
fun.
I'm up for it.
We could film it. We make an RT life out of it.
All right, here.
Am I the only one who knows this isn't gonna work, and you guys aren't gonna be able to do this whatsoever?
Oh no, we'll talk about it, but we'll never do this.
Yeah, well, we're not going to find a straw long enough. Like, if you bung them together, you're going to fucking
No,
lose
wait.
pressure at every junction.
The straw will cave in, I think.
It doesn't work. Yeah, you can't.
We need a solid straw.
if
What if we had like a
need
metallic
bamboo.
straw? What if we got like a solid steel 10-meter long straw?
I'm sure it would kill me somehow. What if it sucks into the back of my throat?
Nice. All right, here, let me read this thing.
You do it.
Let me read this. We'll keep
Okay.
talking about straws.
All right.
I want to remind everyone, this episode of the Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by... So, 10-meter long straw.
Yeah.
We've got to have someone who make this for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
you could probably get a metal pipe that long.
But then you can't see through it,
yeah.
and I feel like you would want to know.
I wonder if
If
you put
it
like
boils.
glass couplings on
It
it
won't.
I
somewhere
want
so
to
you
know
can
what's
see.
going on in there.
You
Like
do.
Schrodinger's cat.
How much? Okay, in a normal size straw, how much liquid would it take to fill the entire straw? Like how big would the bucket at the bottom have to be? That if you got it
Depends
all the
how-
way to the top, would it fill the whole thing?
Well, how wide is the straw?
Yeah, it depends on...
No, I'm saying like typical straw
Like a
width.
good
I bet-
bog standard.
So it's like a quarter of an inch, maybe.
Probably, if that.
Wouldn't that
I'm
mean
sure
a
like
bathroom
a
stand?
gallon should be fine, right?
I guess so.
I'm sure it's not that much.
But then it's like you have to have the
Well, you've
sucking
seen it
power
when
to
you-
hold a gallon up.
You've seen when you pour stuff in a test tube, it fills up super quick.
Yeah.
So it's probably not that much at all.
Well, I don't know. It's all math stuff. Math and science podcast.
What if you used a water hose? Is that too thick?
That's probably too
Probably
thick.
too-
You'd
too
probably have
wide.
to put your lips like in there.
Yeah, but it's the thing you put it in your mouth.
I'm so excited for all the
That was
screen
the
caps
gift
that are going
of-
to come.
Luckily, they didn't cut to me in time.
They missed it.
Do it again.
No, I'm not doing that again.
What if we got a fresh water hose and ran water through it for a while just to get it clean? Would you do it out of that?
What is that different to a salt
I think
water hose?
it's too thick though. Like you couldn't
Well,
suck up like a normal.
but they make
amount.
those like the thin, stretchy water hoses. Maybe we get one of those and stretch it taut to do it.
We'll have to find a solution to this.
Really intrigued by this.
Yeah, no. To me now, I'm trying to figure out how we can actually make it happen.
You're in
But-
that mode now of
Yeah.
building things and making
Absolutely.
things work. with
I mean,
your
I'm
shelf.
definitely the building thing. Like I've hit like I don't know. At some point, I've hit this age now where I want to buy tools and just build everything. Like I'm building that console shelf right now, and it's
Do you
Jack's
think
been
almost
working on a shelf for the consoles for about
done. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And he's been tweeting about it almost
He's
as
been
much as he's
tweeting
been
it.
working on
Yeah.
it.
Well, no, it's like I love seeing like process of stuff. Like when you see someone working on something.
But you're making it. You get to see the process every time
oh, there
you
you
do
go.
something.
So here's a photo if you're watching at home. That's my kitchen shelf, and I think that was the end of the first run. And then I took it into work and did some testing on it, to make sure it would actually work at the office. And then I took it home over this long weekend, and then we painted it. I did a little bit of cable management. I still got to finish up.
So what is your main purpose for doing it? Is it just so it doesn't overheat?
So it doesn't overheat and also clear up the shelf space.
Because mine are just stacked. I've got
Yeah,
3
that's-
consoles stacked on each
And
other.
you're gonna
Are
kill
people
it.
yelling at you a lot?
Guarantee.
You got a $600 device, a $500 device, and you're just resting an entire machine on top of the vents of that thing.
Yeah.
You're
but
gonna
here's,
kill it.
we'll get another one. But here's the issue, right? Only one console is ever on at once. All right?
Yeah.
It's fine. They're not all cooking each other.
Yeah, but
But
they're
no,
still
you're
not having
blocking
proper
them.
ventilation.
The PS4 vents are on the back. They're not on the top.
The
So
Xbox
you
One.
put the PS4 on the bottom then. Is that on the bottom?
No, the PS... What?
Why is it on the bottom then if it doesn't have vents on the top?
It's in the middle.
Okay, that's actually fine.
Yeah, and then they sit to the side of the fans on the Xbox One. Like
No, they're sitting right
But the
on top
Xbox
of
One
it.
has a fan.
And the fan is on one
it's
side,
offset?
so my PS4 is on the other side, so you get ventilation there. The 360, who cares about that?
He seems to have his shit together.
I
Jack. I
guarantee-
hate to admit it.
We should
get-
go look at it. I think there's a photo of Gavin stacked somewhere that you can see. It's not the case at all.
I tweeted it recently if they want to find it, but I think it'll be fine. I think we could leave them going for a year. If anything, yours is going to break first.
No, not at all. Mine
Let's
will
do
be
a bet.
fine.
Do a bet right
bet.
now.
Let them run for a year.
$100.
$100 that one of your consoles packs up before one of mine.
All right. So if one of yours dies before one of mine,
Yeah.
But if they both survive, then we're good. Then it's a moot bet.
Yeah.
All right. I'll shake on that.
So what are we betting? $100.
That was lame.
You don't have a mic anymore. You could just.
There you go.
So you said, oh man, I was pulling the picture up too. So what's the bet? $100?
$100 that one of my consoles will die before one of Gavin's or vice.
Here we have Gavin's stack. If we want to show
There
it.
you
So
go.
as you can see, the
Look at all of the space the Xbox One has to breathe.
Yeah. On the right-
Xbox One does not have very much
no,
space.
on the right, the air is getting sucked in that gap.
That's a third of the actual size of the
Yeah,
vent.
but it'll be fine.
So what's the date of the ending?
So December 2nd. So until next December, we'll say. So yeah, one
Why
year
don't
up
you,
till
like-
next December.
Why not just do it
6
until one of
months.
them breaks?
Okay. So the first one to have a broken machine.
I've got to tell you, I've treated equipment that I own extremely badly. For
Yes.
example, my Xbox at home, my 360, has been on since I've had it, just constantly, always on, and it's fine.
It's almost like you're daring it to break.
I'm trying to get it to break. I'm doing whenever I own something, I do stress tests at the same time, the whole time.
Didn't you just buy a brand new laptop because it broke?
I smashed my laptop.
And you've had to get new phones, right?
And a new iPhone.
I spent a lot of money the other day. I replaced a screen and my phone.
Did you just get the screen fixed, or did you get a whole new laptop?
I actually just bought a display that I could plug my laptop into.
So he's not
That
replacing the laptop.
Okay.
Well, what's weird about that?
So I would understand why you just wouldn't buy another laptop.
Okay, here's
Was
the
it an
thing.
Apple display or?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they're expensive then.
It was $1,000.
It's like the cost of a laptop.
Get a new
no,
laptop.
the cost of fixing the screen on my laptop was like $600 anyway. So I figured if I spend a little bit more, I get something new that I can then use with a desktop as well,
Okay.
It's a good point.
and I can use my laptop again but with a Thunderbolt.
It's just not really portable.
I never used it portable anyway. I used it either at work or at home. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking
Touche.
of computer stuff, the new Mac Pros are coming soon, right?
Supposedly, it's supposed to be this month.
I'm excited about that.
So are they actually black or are they metal? Are they like
They're black metal.
they're actually painted black?
Are they black or are they metal?
Because in the manufacturing thing, I didn't see them become black. They just looked like silver.
Yeah, then they're painted.
Okay.
Then they painted like a special edition red one to auction off for charity or something.
Yeah.
The charity where they're just telling people about what's going
It's
on.
raising awareness.
Yeah.
And Johnny Ive's desk.
Oh,
Which
did
went
they?
for a ridiculous amount. What was that noise?
I don't know.
There's a truck outside or
There's a
something.
drone taking off.
Wouldn't it be
package,
fun
sir.
for everyone in a building to order that 30-minute thing at the same time and
Let's watch them happen.
watch them deploy the entire fleet of drones at the same time?
That'd be awesome.
I
And
think I
like
read.
one of them, you can
that-
imagine one of them having to do like a go around because the landing pad's full.
I think the Red's freaking out over there.
I don't know, something is. I think I read that they can carry up to 5 pounds. And I think they said that that can accommodate like up to 86% of the orders that they ship.
It's pretty impressive.
Oh, I know what it is. Just the thing you're looking at, Chris. You can unplug it, I think. It's just for the Xbox. It's the switch, the networking switch. It's got a bad fan in it.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of our stuff being mistreated,
All right, so Katie just texted me. Google Science says you can't suck more than 9.8 meters or 30 feet. Also, the likelihood of getting it there is slim, as you need a perfect vacuum to get it that high. And I don't think you can create a perfect vacuum with your mouth.
You don't know me very well.
I still
Jeff, so-
love to try it though. That'd be fun. Be
So,
fun to
okay,
give it a shot.
we'll have an office suck off, right? That's the worst name for it.
Gavin's going to be at the center of the office suck-off.
Okay, no. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see who can.
What day is the office suck-off again?
Men and women welcome, and we'll see who can suck the highest in the Rooster Teeth office. I think it's going to be a good video. We can make an RT live.
Oh,
How that? You right?
all right. You give me the ringleader for the RT suck off.
You right, buddy?
The Rooster.
God.
Let's just run that by HR first. We'll get the T-shirts made.
Nothing could possibly be wrong with that name.
you have never said anything better in your whole life.
Well, the Christmas party's coming up soon. Let's wrap it all together.
Christmas suck off.
So,
Jesus.
Speaking of Christmas, I'm going to segue here. We had our holiday sale that ends today.
Yeah, today is the last day to get any discount
I don't know what he's laughing about.
in the RT
Speaking
store.
of Christmas suck off, let's continue on. Sorry. Okay.
It's Rooster Teeth. Come on.
It's
You know what I'm
Rooster
talking
By the way,
Teeth.
can I just ask you a quick question? What's all the Christmas crap already?
about. It's December.
It's
dude.
after Thanksgiving. It's
This is
legal
the way
now.
America works.
So after Thanksgiving, you put Christmas up.
Yes.
So
Literally
Well, I
the
mean,
day after.
people are now doing it before Thanksgiving, but to me, Thanksgiving is the deadline. Like
so for the
Black Friday, and when you
12th
can
of
do
the
it.
entire year, there's Christmas decorations.
Yes.
Yeah. For all of October is typically Halloween stuff, like floating around. You see like candy out and whatnot.
Silly.
So
a month is about enough to sort of celebrate a holiday.
we have our tree over here that's filled with
Goodies.
Rooster Teeth merchandise.
Oh yeah,
It's
Hey, there-
got
there you go.
DVDs and
There's
scarves and
So there's
All
a
the things you would
DVD.
typically put on your tree.
There's a scarf right now, the new Rooster Teeth scarf, very lovely. We have an Achievement Hunter scarf as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else have we announced.
there's
this
the
month?
bobbleheads up there. I don't know if you can see
Bobbleheads,
them. They're kind
there's
of buried.
beanies, skate decks. There's going to be
The skate decks are nice,
Rooster
too.
Teeth and Achievement Hunter watches soon.
Yeah, the watches are coming. I
I
think.
think those got a little delayed, sadly.
Yeah.
Did you mention the UK store?
Yes, there's going to be a UK store.
So you can buy all of those people at the
At
Rooster
UK.
Teeth store.
Oh, there's me with a
The,
scarf.
if you want to
That's
purchase a
you.
Gavin.
There's going to be a UK store sometime early this week. We don't have an exact day yet, but people in the UK and I guess the rest of Europe could shop there and get Rooster Teeth merchandise for,
Thanks for starting that after I moved to America, by the way. I could have done with that for the last 10 years.
yeah. Well, now
Yeah.
you work here, so I think it's made up
Yeah.
for it.
Well, I know the Australian stores are doing really, really well. Like,
Yeah.
and the Australian fans are very appreciative
Didn't,
of receiving their items locally.
A lot of the comments on the journal I posted about the UK store are just like, this is the best news I've heard in my life.
Nice.
Didn't
They're
someone
so
in
happy.
Australia say that the gents shirt was outselling the lads shirt?
I think so.
That is bullcrap.
I think it's what they said over there. Isn't that what
Well, I
Eric
think it's-
said? No, maybe.
Because the gents have been to Australia more than the lads.
That's true.
Have they?
Nah.
I don't
yeah.
think so.
Jeff went out there a few years ago.
You went there twice.
Ray Michael has never been. Ryan hasn't. Or Ryan's a gent. Gavin, you went forever ago.
Gavin's been a couple of times.
Twice.
So of the three, two gents have been and
guess-
only one lad.
I guess so.
Yay, gents! Gents.
Boo.
So I'm doing that thing now. I'll get to that in a second. So today's the end of our holiday sale. We had a bit of a mix-up with our coupon code
Yeah.
because now with the new store, the coupon codes expire a little differently.
They expire in the morning instead of at the end of
Yeah.
the day.
So when you set the expiration date, it doesn't do it at midnight at the end. It is at midnight the day before.
and it's really
essentially.
silly because you can't use the same code again for another sale. So we couldn't use the same like RT Holiday 10. We had to change it. So if you're listening and want to use it right now, it's RT Holiday TEN 10.
And that's good till midnight tonight or something.
I believe so. Yeah.
But the point is, it's good right now. If you're listening to this on iTunes and you're not watching this live, you're fucked. You're paying 10% more, you idiot.
But you can still
Yeah.
go to the Rooster store for all the new stuff.
Yeah,
Gus-
you idiot.
Gus, did you take advantage of Black Friday shopping and Cyber Monday and Gray Thursday? And
I hate all of that shit.
why do you hate all that
But
shit?
that's
I
a good segue for
hate
your
all
story.
of that
It's so
shit
stupid because it
with
makes
a passion.
It makes people buy a ton of stuff, and most people can't afford it, right? So they put it on credit, and then they end up paying more for it than they
Well, that's-
originally made the savings.
Or they don't even need it.
that's
It's
not
like
their
people
problem.
stockpiling shit that they
That's a
don't
small percentage.
need or want.
I know, it's like, oh, I don't need this TV, but usually this TV's $250 and now it's $100. I have to get it. So I'm going to end up spending $100, whereas like if
And
there was
they'll
no
end up
sale, I
paying-
would have
Plus,
spent
I
nothing.
also
They'll end up
hate-
paying interest on it.
how people behave like fucking animals.
Animals.
Was there any deaths this Black Friday?
I
think
did not.
two?
I think there
Oh,
were
were they? I
There
haven't
were
heard
two
of
or
it.
three last year. I don't know if there were
Is
any
it
this
just
year.
people being trampled?
Yeah.
You see, like,
Oh, yeah.
if you're watching the live stream at home, we've got the
Or
there's
the
a
video.
cop taking out someone at Walmart. It looks like, yeah.
It's always at Walmart, dude.
That's true.
It's always at Walmart.
And there was like a woman who was tased or something by another woman.
See, this is why this shouldn't be a thing. Like this video alone, just cancel it.
Well, people are crazy. Actually, I went to Walmart on Thursday. Like, we had Thanksgiving dinner, and I went to a Walmart to look for, like, there was a deal on a tool chest. And so I went there and I was like, all right, maybe they'll have it. Because, I mean, honestly, the deal was insane. It was so cheap. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And we got there and it was just flooded. And, like,
Yeah.
what they do is they put out pallets of stuff. Like, all the deals, they put the pallets in the aisles. And so you basically stand next to a pallet, and then at, like, the certain time, they open them up. And then you kind of just grab it. And sometimes it starts just a melee like that, where people go nuts.
I
And-
saw one video where like this guy was like picking women up out of the way and just like tossing them,
Yeah.
like to get in there and
I
get a
saw that.
TV.
I saw that. I read more about it. Apparently, his wife got like buried, and so he threw his stuff while he was trying to get people off of her.
Well, he
So-
still grabbed 2 TVs as well.
I think that was he wanted to get his TV. So.
I mean, so let's not paint this guy
Yeah.
as a total altruistic.
But,
Well, that was the
hero
plan.
going in to
The
save
wife
the
went
day.
in first and went
Just
underneath
like
everyone.
he threw her on top of it.
Yeah.
He threw her in
But-
to grab the TV.
But I hate shopping and when it's stuff like that is nuts. But some of the deals are actually really good. Like I went on Friday.
My dignity is worth more than that. You know? I don't.
Well, I
it's
mean, like
great.
something like that, like the doorbuster things. That's not me at all. But like on Friday, I went to like Old Navy. Everything was half off. And it's like shit. Like got a pair of jeans for $15. It's like okay, I'm not going to turn that down. And you see things like this, like sure, I'll give it a shot. Like go to Sears and picked up some new tools for like $20 for a whole set of wrenches. It was awesome.
next year, I think what I want to do is take the Phantom and get in a store before it's opened. Just point the thing at the doors and watch in slow motion.
I think-
everyone-
Yeah, because that won't be dangerous.
Freddie W tweeted something like he wanted to make like a death metal music video that was just like people getting trampled in slow motion
Oh, yeah,
at
it's
Black
perfect.
Friday.
Well,
It's a great
they've
idea.
gotten pretty good about like the stopping of the trampling stuff. Like I said, at Walmart, they literally had people in the store kind of waiting all there. It was not like they opened a gate and people rushed.
They still do
I
that
see.
at some
I see
stores.
something here that I want to address. People have been tweeting this fucking story to me, and apparently people cannot tell when a website is a satire website anymore. And they keep tweeting at me before the podcast. Even over the weekend, I kept getting tweeted: "A lady stabbed and killed 3 in Chicago with a screwdriver for an Xbox One." That was on a fucking satire website. Do you really think the former president of Iran and Benjamin Netanyahu got together to decry the Iran nuclear deal, which is the next story on that fucking website? No, it didn't fucking happen.
Wow. People just probably look up Black Friday.
Yeah,
like-
they find like the first thing they can. It was a fake fucking story.
But everything on the internet is real, Gus.
Yeah.
It's like it drives me crazy that people can't tell when a story's old or when to check for a
fake.
credible source.
Did you hear about this lesbian waitress? I forget what city it was in.
Oh yeah, that was in Jersey somewhere. I think.
Jersey, who made up this, I guess it was a check from this dinner that this couple had, and she forged it and wrote like something about how they're not going to tip you because of your lifestyle choices or something, and they left no tip. They found out that it was completely fake.
Have they proved that it was fake yet?
They had credit card statements showing the amount they paid, which would have been the tip they left, included with their bill of that night with that timestamp of everything from that check. So just shows that you really can't believe everything because everyone was like supporting this girl and sending her
So
money.
was it just like a viral thing?
Yeah.
Like she was just trying to get.
And it worked. People were like sending her money because
Fair
they
play.
felt bad for her.
Fair play? No, that's not fair play.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it isn't.
This is
Yeah.
the waitress that
That's not in the stream yet.
that
but,
has not been put on the stream yet.
We have the video. We have an image there if we want to cut to it and show people the forged.
Did you see the kid who
receipt.
got about $22,000 worth of Bitcoin by having a thing on game day?
Dude, that kid is so fucking smart.
Absolutely, he's
So
smart.
explain what you did. I don't.
So
I don't know about
he
this.
made a banner. You know how like in college football, like people make banners supporting teams or whatever. He just made a banner that said something like, "Hi mom, send," and it was like a little Bitcoin logo and it had a QR code on there. And the QR code was a link to his Bitcoin wallet. So people like on Reddit found it and they enhanced it to where it was scannable and people thought it was really funny. So they started sending him Bitcoins.
Yeah.
And with the way the Bitcoin wallet works is anybody can see how much money's in the wallet, like once they have that link.
You can see transactions, but you can't see who owns the wallet. Like they can keep that private.
And they saw that it went from $0 to $22,000.
Yeah,
And he just
Well,
has $22,000.
It was
in Bitcoin,
it was like 23 or 24 Bitcoins, which are worth roughly about $1,000 a piece right
Genius.
So
now. It's like holy shit.
Does
So,
he-
I don't know if it's ready to be shown, but we have the screenshot
There
of
you
the
go.
kid
What does it
in
say?
the background. It
It
says,
says "Hi Mom, send," and then it has the QR code, and it's the Bitcoin logo, which is a coin with a B on it. And yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's funny because they talked about like this could be a viral thing where it's like actual like bullshit. Like someone may have just pumped money into this thing because they're driving up the value of Bitcoin with more and more stories like this because people like us talk about them or you'll see them on the news. And it's like, oh, this kid won. He got $20,000.
So how do you get a
on Bitcoin? You can buy them. You can just purchase them outright, or you can do a Bitcoin mining, which is like using your computer for data processing, kind of like folding at home, sort of. I don't know
Yeah.
if you knew anything about that. But it's basically you're solving math problems on your computer, and you get fractions and fractions of a Bitcoin, which
and
are
one
worth.
Bitcoin is $1,000.
Right now, a Bitcoin is worth roughly $1,000 or so.
So
Wow,
is the
that
point of
kid's
buying
rich.
them just to hope the value goes up?
they go up. Like in the past year, they've gone
rocketed up
Yeah,
in the
well,
past year.
remember when Joel was on the podcast
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago? When he was on the podcast that day, they had hit $600.
Right. So, oh wow.
And see, it's stories like that where it's like more and more people are becoming interested in finding out like it's a real thing.
Is it just trade, or can you spend them?
Yeah, you
Some
can spend
vendors
them.
take them.
Yeah, like apparently.
I joked, well, not joked. I said for a long time that we need to start taking Bitcoins in our online
the
store.
store?
When I was saying that Bitcoins are worth like $60 each.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn it, we could have made a ton of money.
And it was like when Bitcoin started, you could
Yvonne
do
is
this
so
thing
against that idea.
where you like, you could mine for Bitcoins. And back in the day, it was like you could mine 1 or 2 Bitcoins a day just by letting your computer run.
Wow.
And now it's like you're getting like infinitesimal fractions.
Is anyone quite rich from Bitcoins?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one
That
guy. There's a
kid.
story of a guy in the UK who was like a former IT worker who threw out an old hard drive. Then he realized that he had a bunch of Bitcoins on it that were worth like $6.5 million. So he has been at the dump for weeks now, like looking for his hard drive that he threw away.
Yeah, like going through like apparently it was like 3 or 4 months ago, and the guy who works the dump said basically they add about a foot every month, so it's somewhere about 3 or 4 feet under a
So
whole
what
dump.
physically
Oh
is
my
it that he
God.
can't get?
It's
from
on
a-
the so the Bitcoin, the way it works, your wallet is on a hard drive. It's locally. It's like it's local on a hard drive and it's password protected. So all of your Bitcoins transfer. It's like this folder, a local folder. It's not so you have to have an actual location.
And there's
for
no
it.
way to hack this.
Not well. That's one of the things. One of the things they're doing when they're doing the math stuff is it's basically it's making sure it's legitimate. Like it adds a lot. Like it's like levels and levels of security, and so
Okay.
that's why that's one of the things is no one has hacked it yet, and that's why it's still so stable. That's why it's doing very well, and that's
That
why
would
more
be
people
like
are
my
getting
first
interested.
assumption.
I like that someone just invented a new currency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
it's
cool.
great. But yeah, it's one of those things where if you were in on this 8 years ago, whenever it launched, like you could be very.
If you were even
very
in
rich.
a year or two ago,
Yeah.
you could make.
But
made a lot
that
of
sign
money.
thing is just a good example of how one idea will work well once. It's
Yeah.
like that $1 million homepage thing.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that will never happen again.
This is what a pixel for a dollar.
Yeah,
Is that
every
what it was?
pixel was $1. You could buy in 10 by 10 chunks, and it's still online. It looks like crap, but
Obviously.
but it's a piece of internet history that no one. If you can say I have an ad on the $1 million homepage, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Weren't
If
we
you could
talk-
say you own the $1 million homepage.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Like all this talk about Bitcoin made me think. Oh, you also want to talk about the coin wallet? We were talking about that.
Oh,
right
yeah,
before
coin.
the podcast.
Yeah, the onlycoin.net, I think is what it is, or onlycoin.com. So coin, it's this new thing. It's a credit card. It's the size of a credit card, maybe a little thicker than a credit card. And what it is, it's like a normal swipe card, but what you do is you can actually put your cards onto this thing. And so like he's got it here. And so basically you hit a button and it can switch between all your different cards. So if you have like 4 or 5 cards, including like, like rewards cards and stuff,
Yeah.
you can basically plug them all into one card and swap around between all the different ones. And it's like, oh, here you go. Here's my Visa, or like hit a button. Here's my Amex, or
That's cool.
here's my Best Buy card. And it'll swap through all of them. And it's also got like a Bluetooth, like a small Bluetooth chip in it, where if it gets too far away from your phone, it'll alert you that you've like, oh, you may have forgot your card. And it'll be like, go back and get it. And apparently it only activates if it's within a certain area around your phone. So like if someone steals it and runs away, they won't be able to use it. It's
But
deactivated.
Or
if
if
they
you
steal
steal
that
your
and your
phone.
phone,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Or
But-
just your phone.
So I'm really curious about it. I think I'm going to pick 1 or 2 of them up and just kind of, or like probably one for myself and Katie.
Can people, if they find it, retract information from it?
I
Like,
don't
Can they
know.
reverse?
It doesn't matter if they find your wallet, they can fucking copy your credit card numbers down right now anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't always travel with all of my cards on me.
True.
So-
Fair play.
But
Fair-
it's kind of cool. I mean, the whole idea of like, okay, you'd have your coin and your ID and your phone. That's all you need in your pocket, really. And it's like,
Have you ever
that's
used?
clever.
Have you ever paid by card with the contactless? Where you just
No.
kind of hover it over.
No.
I've never done that either. I've never got that to work.
I have one
For,
of my
like,
cards
touch
that has the ability
Yeah,
to do
I
that.
do too. I think
never
there
did
was
it.
a lot of issues with them where people would be at a checkout and then all of a sudden it would be like, bloop, thank you for scanning your thing. And they'd be like, and like someone else in the line would have had their card scan it.
No way.
Yeah, because the distance isn't actually, you don't have to be that close. It's not as close. You can actually pick up over distance.
So you
and other
accidentally
people would
pay
like,
for someone.
or a customer would put their bag on the desk and then go in and get their card, and it would already scan just like one card at random that was in their wallet.
Damn.
So it's like, I think the technology's kind of messed up.
You know what's weird to me is that the U.S. or at least Austin doesn't have the chip readers yet on credit cards.
Fuck that.
Some of
Because
them
you
do.
guys have that, right?
Well, yeah, we talked about this in the podcast as
Chip
well.
and
How
pin?
it's stupid that there's no chip on cards.
I don't get
because
it.
If I leave my card in a bar in the UK, nobody can do anything with it.
No.
Nobody can spend a penny on it because they don't know my PIN. Here, I can just be like, "Oh, that's me." You just
Yeah.
you make a stupid scribble,
And it's just weird that the U.S. doesn't have it yet. I feel like that's usually the
The
leader in
U.S.
technology.
does not want. I think it has to do with a spending mentality.
That's
They
true.
don't want to put barriers, and they don't want to slow down the transaction.
Yeah.
They want it to be as fast and easy as possible.
It's
And if it's
quicker.
fraud and if it's fucked up, that's fine. The bank, will reverse the charges. And
Yeah.
they take care to make sure the process is as easy and painless on the consumer as possible.
Yeah, if
But it's
that
not
happens to
easy
one-
and painless. You have to call the bank, and then you have to get sent a new card.
But that's
Yeah,
one
but-
in 1,000 people. Like that's a fraction
That's
of percent.
that's never happened to me.
So yeah.
Also,
I'm not-
it's not quicker because when you swipe a card and have to sign, they have to print something and give it to you.
And
Not
sign
always.
it.
They just have to print a receipt and give it to you with chip and pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair play. So I take it back. It has happened to me once. A couple of months ago, I got a phone call from my bank for the primary credit card I use. And I forget what they asked me. They were like, did you attempt a $1 charge to add money to your Yahoo wallet? I was like, what the fuck is Yahoo wallet? They're like, so you don't know what that is? I was like, no, $1 charge? Like, okay, we're closing your account.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we're-
usually just like the tester.
Yeah, we're like,
person
we're
who
sending
stole
you
the
a new
credit
card now. Let us know if you see any other fraudulent charges.
So why would they only spend $1?
I think they were
Because
just making sure the card was valid.
They want to check the card before, like,
Yeah, but it doesn't work because they get alerted.
Yeah, I guess they
Not always,
locked
though,
it
I'm sure.
immediately and
Yeah.
alerted me.
I'm sure that's probably something that's happened to a lot of people. So they probably that might be one of those sensitive things where if they see this charge, they might be like, we should call about this. So
I got-
Also, I have, Adobe was breached recently.
Yeah.
They had a lot of passwords stolen, a lot of information stolen. I don't know that this is because of the Adobe breach, but the credit card that I used to pay for some of our Adobe subscription software got canceled by the bank.
really,
It's a business, it's a Rooster Teeth card. And
wow.
they sent me a letter saying that my card number may have been potentially compromised in a security breach. So to be safe, they canceled it and sent me a new credit card.
that's interesting.
So I think it was because of the Adobe thing,
So
but
did
I
it-
don't know for a fact.
Would
that was the
Adobe have
case.
informed the company?
They informed everyone. I mean, they
Okay.
let everyone know that they had a security breach.
Have you had issues putting your credit card with your Xbox One?
Oh my God! Are you having that problem
yeah,
too?
my office one doesn't work. And
None
I'm-
of my credit cards work. I tried every one of my personal cards. I tried every Rooster Teeth card. I tried my debit card. Nothing fucking
Welcome
works.
to the club,
I,
boys.
I was bitching about it on text to Bernie and Gavin the other day, and I had to buy like money on Amazon. I had to get
Yeah.
like an instant code and then add that into my fucking.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It's like one of those things. Like this should be simple. Why is this not simple? God
Well,
damn it.
what is going on? Why are we all being affected by this problem all of a sudden?
I don't know. Like I don't know if it's limited to us.
Who else
like,
was
or-
talking about it? Someone else mentioned they had the problem this morning. Shit, who was it?
But I know all of Jeff's cards don't work. My office card didn't work.
What about you,
So-
Barbara?
I don't have an Xbox One.
Someone else here in the office was telling me they had the same problem. Like the other day, I wanted to buy Power Star Golf.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope, can't do it. I was like, shit, okay, I got to go to Amazon, got to buy this thing, get a code, put it in. Fucking pain in the ass.
I haven't been on the podcast since with the Xbox One launch, have I?
No.
No. We did the whole. Did you guys talk about the launch of the Microsoft Store in the domain and the check presentation, all that? That was
Yep.
It
fun.
was lovely.
Yeah, you surprised. I was kind of shocked you showed up.
I said I was going to be there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Well, thanks for showing up. That was good.
Well, he made it up for not coming to the stream. Those 25 hours.
Oh, that's right. You were like one of about 3 people at Rooster Teeth that didn't make it onto the actual
Dude, I
stream.
was so fucking wiped. I could not do it.
That's all right.
No.
I
That's
wasn't
cool.
there. I heard a guy called Vav was there, but it wasn't me.
A superhero showed up.
How destroyed was your butthole after that again?
God damn.
Really, really bad.
Or Vavs, not yours.
Liquid mess.
It's still upsetting. We don't have the footage of that, but next year we'll have it.
There's some people who have clips, which
yeah,
is nice.
I've seen some highlight reels and stuff.
So
of
thank you to
some of these
everybody
stuff.
who's been doing that.
We should just get like a HDMI recorder that just runs.
Well, we thought that we wouldn't have to capture it because it would be saved on the YouTube side of things.
Yeah.
Because we thought,
But it would
we're
have
gonna
been
record-
live stream quality. We wouldn't have been like raw quality
No, we can save raw quality.
on YouTube.
Oh,
No,
I see
local.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, where's it going to live? It's going to live on YouTube. So we figured
Oh,
that
well,
would
next year we'll do it even bigger and better, and then you can show up to that one, Gus.
We'll see. As long as there's not another wedding. I did my time, man. I had a long day.
Yeah,
That day.
all right.
A long drunken day. So it's funny you mentioned that. So I have a story about that. Believe it or not.
Uh-oh.
I
So-
choose not.
Okay, you cannot believe it. I went to.
I will believe.
The reason I wasn't on the stream was my sister-in-law got married that day, and
And you married her, right?
I performed that ceremony
Well,
as well.
no.
well,
So after the ceremony and everything, a bunch of her family was in town. So we went to this Korean restaurant that's up by Highland Mall, and we ate there. It was a big family meal, tons of people, lots of food, lots of drinks, and then, after a while, everyone left, and I hadn't been back to the restaurant since then. But the other day, I went back over this weekend, and the wait staff recognized me, and they came up to us because apparently that night that we had all eaten dinner there, they did not run the credit card properly for payment.
Oh,
my
no.
god.
So like they had forgotten to charge the meal, even though we'd given them the credit card.
Yeah.
So they were like, "You were here. You had like a bunch of people eating. We need to rerun your credit card." And we were like, "Bullshit! This sounds like some made up shit just to like scam us for money." So we went through like the online statement. It was like, no, the money had never gotten withdrawn from the
Wow.
account. It was only because we were like, "How did you remember us?" And they pointed at me because I was like the only non-Korean guy there. They're like, "We remember him."
You have a very distinctive look.
Well, and
Jeff.
also that night, our waiter had asked. He looked at me and goes, "Were you in a music video recently?" I guess he had seen the Bare Naked Ladies music video.
Oh, wow.
That's really funny. Is that what he was talking about?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, really?
Wow.
You were in that for like 5 seconds.
My
right?
baby.
yeah, my baby. So that's the only reason he had recognized us.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's and I'm assuming you went ahead and paid for it then.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not like we skipped the bill. Like we
Yeah.
gave them the credit card.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
didn't run it.
I would have been like, your fault.
No, but it was like
Now
it made me
feed me.
think about like how crazy technology is now. It's like if I was a little kid and that happened, like what would you do? Like, well, I'm gonna go to the bank first thing Monday morning and find out if we actually got charged or not. It's like, no, I'm like on this little future
Yeah.
device. I'm able to like look it up and be
Yeah.
like, oh no, you're right. There were no charges that day.
It's also one of those things you don't want to skip out on that because I'm assuming that's a place you like if you've already gone back again. That's like certain places that you know, like there's a couple bars I go with my friends. I'm like, don't hit on the wait staff because I like this place. I don't
Yeah.
I don't want to get them pissed off at you and then like we can never come back
You
here.
don't
again.
It's
Talking about
awkward.
Joel.
Talking about multiple people.
So Joel,
No, not Joel. Joel's actually really good. Joel's smart in those
So
situations.
Joel and some other people.
My
there's,
baby.
There's a few people
Well, I
that will
think-
go unnamed. But yeah, you don't want to ruin certain restaurants.
I think
you know,
we have
or
a
places,
screenshot
locations.
here of me
There's-
in the Bare Naked
that's
Ladies
a
music
good
video.
Just
freeze
Gus.
frame.
Nobody else.
It's me
And-
with Barbara in the foreground, I guess. I
look
so I was
incredibly
supposed to
concerned.
be holding a newspaper, but we didn't actually have a newspaper because it's the year 2013.
Yeah.
You couldn't find a newspaper on the Congress.
So
script?
we were filming the Gauntlet at a
Paramount.
theater.
The State
So it was like their summer film series, like little newsletter that they give out, like letting people know what the schedule was. So I was like, oh look, this looks like a newspaper. So I was going around holding that.
That's funny.
That's so fun.
Here, let me read this thing.
You should read that thing.
To remind everyone, this episode of Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by. Have you seen Behind the Mask?
No.
It's actually pretty good. It's
Oh, we were talking about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
saw the
story
trailer.
about people who dress up as mascots for like sporting events.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like their lives as the mascot, then their lives outside of
Oh,
the
wow.
suit as like normal people.
Did I tell you I got Hulu Plus?
I got it too.
If you're on Hulu Plus, there's a show I recommend that we caught. It's one of those shows that like you see a lot of ads for it, and it made me nervous because you typically when you see a show with a lot of ads, it means it's not good. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the Andy Samberg cop show,
Yeah?
it's actually really funny.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really funny. And I don't know. I recommend watching a few episodes, and I
Yeah.
think there's like 9 or 10 of them out right now.
And
But
I
that's a good show.
recommend watching The Wrong Mans. For those in the UK, if you like James Corden and Gavin and Stacey, if you like that show, you'll like The Wrong Mans.
I'm gonna recommend X-Men
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D..
Evolution.
Oh.
What's
The-
X-Men Evolution?
It's like a cartoon series. Well, it's like an X-Men cartoon.
Was it the
series.
90s cartoon?
No, I think it was 2000.
Yeah, that one.
They don't have the original. Da-na-na.
I love that cartoon.
But no, it's really good, and I enjoy watching cartoons.
So yeah, I freaked Gavin out when I told him that you could see. You felt like it was an invasion of privacy when I was
Yeah.
like, you can see all.
I was like, I watched 6 videos on Hulu, and you were like, I know.
Well, does it show what you're watching, or does it
No.
say you're on Hulu? Okay, that's probably a good thing.
It just shows like the number of videos you watched.
Yeah,
That
that would
would
be
be embarrassing
terrifying.
for some people.
Yeah.
Porn.
It's one of those like, does it show what websites you're looking at?
Do they have porn on Hulu?
No, you
No.
can.
Oh.
We're using the web browser, like if you use like Internet Explorer.
Yeah, you can get porn. Does it play Flash video on?
No,
browser.
Flash does not work on Xbox One.
Do any of you have an Apple TV?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever airplayed porn
Yeah,
onto your
of course.
television?
No, I have not.
Why not?
you?
That's a stupid question.
You've never.
I don't want to see it that big.
Do you have an Apple TV?
Yeah,
Liar.
I do have an Apple TV.
I
Liar.
guarantee you've done it.
You've done
No.
it. Liar.
I was just thinking
Dirty
the other
liar.
day. I haven't done it.
You're gonna do it
I'm
tonight.
very open about stuff. I have not done it.
What, like how often you minge yourself off?
Yes, Gavin.
Jesus.
All right.
But you have.
No, I've never done that.
You know? Why not? Why wouldn't
Dare you?
You liar!
I'm not
You're
really.
lying.
I've talked about this before. I'm not really into porn.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not really a. It's always a cock, you know, and it's always wet.
Not always. 2 girls.
Oh, good.
Oh my god, I had a giant swig of beer in my mouth when you said that. I really thought I was gonna have to spit it. Oh, I love
nothing.
You are
the
a
way
gem
your brain
tonight.
works.
It's amazing.
So I'm gonna roll back for a second here. We were talking about Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
I had an idea the other day. I'm gonna say it was on Friday. I think it was on Black Friday. Like I was watching the news and there's all these stories about like violence and people getting hurt. And I thought, I wish there was a website I could go to that had all of the Black Friday fights and the stories about them in one place so I could watch them all.
There's a Black Friday death count website, I think.
Was it
That's
Black
why I
Friday?
did. So I was like, I'm going to register the domain blackfridayfights.com. So I went to go look it up. It had just been registered that same day. That same
So
day,
two
someone else
people-
had the same
the
dot
same
and
idea.
registered it. And like it beat me by a couple hours.
That sucks. Well, you should have called it Black Friday.
Yep. Keep going.
It's like it's a
3,
website I just
2,
have to
1,
update really
and
once
go.
a year.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like you just archive it. It's like these were the fights in 2013, and
Would
then
you
every
have
year
called
just
it
like
drone
compile
strike?
them all.
So how many times do you come up with ideas and then like, that'd be a great idea? I'll never do it. Like, just think about
Probably
something like, that'd be
daily.
really cool, but no, I'm not
I
going to
do that with video ideas a lot. It's like, that'd be a great, that would
Yeah.
get 10 million views. And I
It's
just don't
because you always assume someone else has thought of it already.
Yeah, I got really. I had this idea for a blog when I was doing a lot of writing for Ain't It Cool. I would get a lot of like swag and stuff. Like you go to South by Southwest and you get like just random crap. So I had an idea for like a swag blog where basically you could just post photos of stuff that you got for free. Like anyone could submit stuff, and so it'd be like, oh, I'm at this party and they have these free things, and it'd be like a thing where you could take a photo and upload it, and boom, anyone could do it. But I had registered. I'd worked on, or me and a friend had worked on the actual website, and there was never did anything with it.
The best website I think that Jeff and I ever came up with that we never finished. We started it. I mean, we did a lot of work. We designed the website. We made a lot of graphics. We had a website called Price Puncher, and what it was going to be was it was a website that would just automatically spider hardware and software websites and then show you the cheapest place to buy. Like you enter like I want to buy this, and it would tell you this is where you can buy it from, this is how much it costs, and that we would just use affiliate links for all of the websites, and then we could make money like that
Nice.
way. But then we realized we didn't know how to code, so we didn't know how to spider the websites and actually do it.
Then you realize.
So we were like, oh, okay. Then we never actually did anything with it.
No.
No.
What was it? So we had like Price Puncher. No, I take it back. I think it was El Cheapo. Is what it was called. El Cheapo.
Oh, cheapo.
Would you ever want to find out how much money you could have made if you weren't lazy? Like
No.
if you could have you could have your own figure, it'd be like Gus Sorola had the potential to be worth $26 million or something like that.
No, that's depressing.
sad,
yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's like the question. If you could find out what day you would die, would you find it out? Like, would you learn? Like, if someone say you were going to die on this day and this year,
No,
would
it
you
wouldn't
want
work
to know?
because if you were going to die in 2071, you could just be a lunatic, and you'd probably die.
What if it was this is your maximum year you'll die, the maximum date? Like if you fuck up, you have the potential to die before.
I would
that.
not want to know that.
you will literally not live a single day past
I
that.
wouldn't
Right,
want
it's
to know
like
that.
you could potentially live up to this date if everything goes right. But if you fuck up now,
So you're basically describing
like if you take a
everyone's
gun
life.
and shoot yourself, then yeah, you're gonna die at that date.
Gesundheit.
Pardon me.
I wouldn't want to know because I wouldn't want to hear it if it was like soon,
Like
within the
within-
next 10 or 15 years,
Yeah.
you know.
Days.
Stop it.
That's a little threatening.
It makes me think of like the accident Paul Walker was in over the
Yeah.
weekend, which is
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Did you see
crazy.
the picture of the car?
Yeah, that was
You can barely tell what it is.
unbelievable. And the crazy thing to me was I felt like the tree they hit wasn't that big, and
Yeah.
it really wasn't damaged.
They might see the tree is actually in the middle of the car. It's not the tree on the right.
Yeah,
Oh my
It's
god.
what the.
yeah. Don't show that.
Some Beetlejuice for what it's worth, but
Yeah,
you
still,
shouldn't show that.
that's in poor taste. Yeah, it's unbelievable the amount of damage that car sustained.
Yeah.
and then like
They
the
must
fact
have
that it was
been
set afire.
hauling ass.
Yeah, they're I think
knows?
going really really fast, they said.
I like the idea of if there's an afterlife, you enter the afterlife exactly what you were doing when you left Earth. Like, so people like
So you
Ryan,
just like speed into the afterlife.
like Ryan Dunn would come into heaven backwards in a flaming Lamborghini at 120 miles an hour.
Wow.
It'd be awesome.
Gavin free, ladies and gentlemen.
Gavin
And he'd like
Free.
be with the dude in the passenger seat. He's like, oh, sorry, dude, you're here as well.
How
Damn it.
are you going to go into the afterlife?
Probably really stupid way.
Yeah.
Like probably the trip or something.
So I saw that so people were obviously upset, and there was like an outpouring of
People didn't know whether it was a hoax or not.
of emotion for the Paul Walker thing. But of course, I saw like those trolls who were like, there was another guy in the car who died also, and there's hundreds of other people who die every day in car accidents. No one says shit about them.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, people don't know those other people. Those are anonymous people. Like, this is someone that whose work that people enjoyed and who they
That's such a dumb
they
argument.
knew
Everybody
of.
know,
The president gets shot in the head. Well, a lot of people got shot in the head.
Yeah, it's like just being like antagonistic for the sake of being antagonistic.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's incredibly unfortunate. From what I understand, he was either going to or coming from.
Just left a charity
Yeah,
event.
so he left a
He's
charity
going
event.
to, I think.
Well, it's one or the other. That it was a charity that he had started, and so it's like that's he was a good guy. From what I understand, like everything I've read about him was like just a super nice guy, and it's incredibly unfortunate. So that sucks. It's just
And
one of those
now,
things.
And they were in the process of filming the new Fast and the Furious movie.
I think they just wrapped it. So
Did they?
Yeah. So I
But
think that one's
They're
finished.
still going to put it out with Paul Walker, I believe they said.
Oh yeah.
Well, if they wrapped, I mean,
Yeah.
his stuff's done.
So I mean, or they'll figure out ways. I mean, that's one of those things where
Yeah,
like,
I had heard. I had heard, and I'm only getting confirmation that they're only halfway through.
oh really?
Yeah, they're still in,
Oh, wow.
in the middle
Yeah.
of production on that.
Well, that's unfortunate, but anyway, it's one of those. It's unfortunate, but hey, that's life
That's
for
life.
you. it's terrifying and scary and awesome.
Let's
at the same
segue to
time.
something less sad.
So, did you see that Kanye West has a new book?
I did see that after you linked me that today.
So
Kanye West who hates
That was
reading.
the greatest article I've read.
This sounds like an Onion headline, but this is on Reuters. The headline is, "Proud non-reader Kanye West turns author." He wrote a 52-page book. Some pages are blank. Other pages just have a few words, and they offer his optimistic philosophy on life. One 2-page section reads, "Life is 5% what happens and 95% how you react." Another page reads, "I hate the word hate."
Didn't he say
Kanye
it was
West,
like
everybody.
his life, like, mottos were basically that book?
Yeah, Kanye-isms is what he calls them.
Kanye-isms, that's the one.
And his wife is a porn star.
Hey,
So.
now.
She became famous because she was on a porn.
That
Have you seen
People
it?
forget
music
that.
video.
Which one?
Oh, the Kanye
The one
West
where
one,
Oh
the
my
girl's hair is
God.
going
Drop
forward.
Out 2 or whatever.
Bound to.
Bound to.
Ugh.
I thought it was a
terrible.
joke.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I watched that might be, speaking of rap music videos, we watched, Katie and I watched for the first time, Trapped in the Closet, episodes 1 through 12.
That's amazing. You've
That's-
never seen that?
I'd seen clips of it, never watched the whole thing through, but my brother-in-law had the
He opened
DVD,
the
and we watched
closet.
that.
So I pull out my gun?
Apparently, they've actually released episodes as recently as last year.
Yeah.
There's
They're still making it.
There's like 33 episodes now.
What?
And it's just like, it gets more and more. Like, at first, it's like, oh, this is kind of, a little interesting. And then it just gets ridiculous.
How long is each one?
They're somewhere between about probably 5 minutes to 8 minutes, depending
It's
on.
all like people like everyone's cheating on everyone. And there's
Yeah,
a
like
midget,
everyone's
and
sleeping with
then-
each other, and then suddenly a midget pops up and works at a club, and like
The midget was under the sink, right?
yeah, the midget was under the sink. And then all of a sudden, yeah, there we go. So then all of a sudden, like, R. Kelly shows up and like he's smoking a cigar while watching this stuff happening in other people's neighborhoods. That dude was on The Wire. Like, that's an actual like legit like awesome actor. And
Legit midget.
no, the other guy.
Oh, I was gonna say like
He was on Community too for a couple episodes, but yeah, it's like that whole thing is just like, what the.
it's so absurd.
Did you watch the commentary track for it? Have you seen the DVD?
There's a
actually-
commentary track.
No, it's the best commentary track ever.
Is it the whole music video commentary?
Yeah, it's literally R. Kelly. It's a video. It's like the video. It's like a screen, and it's R. Kelly sitting there looking over his shoulder, back at a camera, going, "For this scene, we did," and like it's like this weird angle where he's like looking back the whole time, and
he doing it
he's talking about
seriously?
he's like, "There's millions of closets out there, man." It's like he's getting really into it and deep, and
So
but
it's
he's
not
like,
tongue in cheek.
no, he's 100% serious about it, and he's like smoking a cigar and watching this, like watching himself on a screen.
Sounds like a Kanye-ism.
And then every now and then it will look back and like address the camera.
I just like the build up where he's like every line is like he's looking at the closet or he's walking up to it now and then he's got his hand on the knob.
Then he pulls
Open it!
Then he pulls out his Beretta. This shit goes down, and then he fires one off into the ceiling for no reason.
What year was the original one? That was like early 2000s, right?
It was like
4 maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about
Yeah,
right.
because I remember that when I was like a lot
but-
younger.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I had that
there he
DVD.
is, he's in the closet.
I think I lent it to Jeff, and he still has it.
But yeah,
He
so the
listens
first
to it
DVD
daily.
has the first 12 episodes. And then, but like the end of every episode ends on like a hanging note. So it's like closet,
Midget,
closet,
midget.
midget. Oh, anyway, you should watch it. It's hilarious. I'm sure all the episodes are up on YouTube.
Ton of
but
great sound bites from this episode of the podcast.
It is fantastic.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I can't remember the last time I saw that.
Yeah, we've watched the first 12, and there's like this fat white woman in it. And he does like this redneck voice for her because it's him doing all of the dialogue, and so he does like, "All right, honey, here we go. I was at the club. I'm sorry," and it's like. What? It's like
I like your redneck woman voice.
Thank you.
There's
I just
a bit where
imagine R.
there's
Kelly in a recording booth doing this dialogue for this.
And he always like harmonizes with himself on the weirdest words. Like there's one bit where a woman stood at the door with a spatula in her hand, and then it's like spatula.
It's so dumb, but man, it's so good. So anyway, we should watch all of those.
Yeah, we should have a viewing.
And do a commentary.
Maybe
together.
while everyone's waiting to suck the straw, we can have Trapped in the Closet playing.
Before Suckathon
so the RT
2013.
Suck Off 2013. We're gonna have Trapped in the Closet playing.
Oh, I can't believe you said that. I'm going to relish in that forever.
No, it's the Office Suck Off.
Oh, the Rooster Teeth Office Suck Off.
Office Suck Off.
2013. Office Suck Off and Barbecue, featuring Trapped in the Closet. Special guest Little Sebastian.
We'll do it every year, just like
So-
the fishing
Who
jamboree.
do you think would win the suck off
Little Sebastian.
out of everybody Jeff is?
Dude,
Who has the best mouth?
Probably like Adam Ellis has the pull, right? He
He's
has the
got big
capacity.
lungs. You got to figure the bigger dudes have. You know,
Adam
more
Bear could do
power.
it, but I get the feeling he might keel over.
We can hear the control room cracking up with that one. I don't know. There's too many easy jokes that I'm just gonna leave alone for fear that I might
I
get
feel like
fired.
Ashley, our accountant, would do really well because she's an because she's an athlete, and so she has like good breathing techniques.
I'm gonna leave that alone right there.
Y'all are going down an HR fucking slippery slope, my friends. No, I have not said a goddamn thing. For the record, I said nothing.
You haven't said
I
anything
was
about-
good for
You can
once.
tell he's one
You
of the
haven't said
original
anything about the
Rooster
Rooster Teeth Suck Off Fest.
I've been joking about the name. That's it. I'm not fucking calling employees out.
Oh my
We're
god.
talking about who could suck the straw.
No.
Gus, how's your sucking power doing?
We need to segue. So,
Wow, I've watched you get away from a few topics over
I have
the
no
course
idea how
of
I'm
the
going to do
podcast.
this. Did you go anywhere for Thanksgiving?
No, my family all lives in town, so we just went up to Round Rock and
The
did it up there.
Patillos never went anywhere.
No, it was,
Nope.
it was nice.
Well, he's fifth generation Austinite.
Yeah, we're local, man. It's great.
Well,
My 90-something-year-old grandmother drove to Round Rock from Cedar Park.
Wow.
Which is terrifying, but she drives every
She
day.
can drive?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think she's 93.
oh, you're talking about now. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like back in the day. She
No,
made this
no.
epic journey.
Like on a
she's driving right
stagecoach.
Took her
No,
a week to
yeah,
get
she
there.
drives. She's in her early to mid 90s, and she still drives. And it's just like, wow, how do you have any reaction time left at all? Like I
All you
watch,
see is like knuckles on a steering wheel.
yeah, it's like no, she uses a walker to get around, and it's just like she can barely walk, and yet she's driving this Lincoln. It's like,
I had
she's gonna murder someone.
my great grandmother still raised and slaughtered pigs up until she was like in her mid 90s. I think she was like finally like 94 before her family told her she had to stop slaughtering pigs.
She must have been Hitler to those pigs.
No, she was super nice to them until the day she had to kill them. I think finally what ended
She
up
must have
happening
been
was
Hitler to
she
those
there was no
pigs.
gate for the pig pen, so she would have to crawl over the fence to get in there.
I bet the other
and
pigs.
one day she slipped.
I bet the pigs told each other stories about this old bird who kept slaughtering like generations of their family.
She's like, she's super friendly. She'll feed you,
She'll
but then one
butter
day
you
she's
up.
gonna show up with
she'll
an
slit your
axe.
throat with an
You're
axe.
gonna love her.
Yeah, with an axe.
Is that how you kill a pig?
That's how she did it.
With an axe.
Yeah,
How you gonna?
she would hit him right between the eyes.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
straight for the brain.
Yeah.
I was just
How could
imagining
she
her
lift
like
an
cutting
axe?
their head off with like one.
No,
foot.
no,
I
she
thought
would.
you,
She had like a technique. She would fucking
Were
hit
these
him.
like full grown, like
Yeah.
big ass pigs?
God, that would be.
Jesus,
There's no way it was a clean
What
hit
do you
every
think that
time.
sounded like? Jeff?
She had a lot of experience, dude. She probably had like 70 years of experience doing it. I guarantee you, she was an expert
She would
at
swing
it.
the axe at an angle because she knew which way the pig would move.
Yeah, it's like you play a video game. You know, you level up as you're
Yeah.
playing it. Like she was like supreme ultimate level. Like her
was like-
skill tree in pig slaughter was maxed out.
If there was a
She
pig,
prestige 3 or 4 times.
if there was a pig axe DDR, she'd be the best.
That's gross.
Oh god.
Poor little piggies.
Have you
But
been
yeah, I
watching?
can't imagine being that old and still like
Yeah.
being functional, being able to move
I'm
around.
already getting too old for stuff, and I'm only 30. 30
Yeah.
something.
What are you
Add-
too old
Add
for?
another
31?
6
You're
decades and
31.
keep driving around.
Yeah. It's like Jesus.
So what do you do? What do you not do because you're too old?
Run.
No,
Brilliant.
you could still run.
No, I can run. I don't know. It's just like it's.
Stay up
I
really
put
late?
up with stuff less now than I did before. But at the same time, I put up with some stuff just more. I just don't care about as much stuff as I used to. But certain stuff like bad service, like I used to just be like, oh, it's whatever, it happens. Now I'm like, no, that's not right.
What would you do about it? Like, so someone...
Like before, I would never, like at a restaurant, I would never ask for a manager or never complain about something. But now, if we hit a certain point, it's like, all right, I want to talk to somebody.
I'm the opposite.
So
I've always been...
I used to be the other way. So.
She is like super confrontational with everyone.
Not in a bad way.
But really politely, like kind of mum polite. Like we'll be all hanging out in the pool drinking beer, and some kid will jump in next to us. She'll be like, "You're gonna have to not do that." I went away from the mic.
No, like these kids are like playing in the pool. We're trying to just like have a bev and relax.
Yeah.
And these kids splashing around, throwing their toys at us. And like whenever they swim near us, I'm like, "There's a whole pool that you could go and swim in. We're just trying to relax over here. So why don't you go play on that side?" Okay, great.
I would never do that.
No.
You never tell a kid off?
No, that's
All
not-
three
I-
of you, Michael and
not my
Lindsay,
damn
are
kid.
just like, eh. But I'm just like,
All I do is just like pop my drink down, then I'm just like,
Just take their toys and throw them over
No,
the
you
fence.
just turn around and go, Barbara.
Barbara, the kid's splashing me. I got chlorine in my bev again.
You all you got to do is it's all pool toys, so it's all inflatable stuff, right? Just pop them. Like anytime I'm sure they have like little floaties because they're kids. Just like open up the air valve, let the air out of one of them. Be like, you better get the fuck out of this pool, or learn how to swim in the next 30 seconds, kid.
And there was that time you thought a kid took a shit. It's like a little turd floating at the bottom of the pool, but it was just a rock.
Yeah, I was.
I've never seen you get
I've
out
never
of the pool
gagged
like
so much at what was a rock. What turned out to be a rock. Yeah.
Have you ever shit in the pool? I guess not. Have you ever pissed? Have you ever pissed in a pool?
As a kid, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you pissed in Michael's pool?
No, I'm not a child anymore.
Okay.
Have you ever done it since you've been a child, like as an adult?
I think the oldest I was like 12 or 13. And I was at summer camp.
I had an argument with someone recently about peeing in the shower, and apparently that's fine. That's a normal thing to do.
Totally.
Really?
Yeah.
You pee in the shower?
Yeah,
All the
that-
time.
I've heard that recently too. I'm like, what? No, you don't pee in the shower.
Did
That's
you hear it
gross.
from a woman?
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't
talking.
get into it.
I was talking to a girl about it, and apparently girls just piss down their own legs
When
in the
you-
shower.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess
Listen.
that's a thing. Even with a guy of aim, it's like I
Yeah.
still would never
There
piss in the shower.
are two types of people in the world. Those who pee in the shower and those who are fucking liars.
No, that's
That is
incorrect.
not true.
That is incorrect.
You're all
Keep
lying.
saying
I will.
that answer. That is bullshit.
Listen to the
there's a
shit
toilet-
I've admitted to before.
Yeah.
And the shit I do. I do not piss in
There's
the
a
shower.
toilet right
literally
next to the
in-
shower. I'll pee in the toilet.
You're
and then get
literally
the shower.
in
I
a
can pee in the
cleaning
toilet from the
machine.
shower.
There you go.
I can just open the shower curtain and be like, there we go.
At no point.
There we go.
At no point do I want urine on me.
Yeah.
If I
Even
pee
on
on
my
the floor, it'll go on my foot.
You're standing in a cleaning machine.
But there's
But not full of
piss.
urine.
And I don't want my shower to smell like piss.
You go right down the drain.
No.
Well, just
Even
like
then,
piss.
no. Clearly don't shower with or clearly don't share a shower with women because it gets clogged up in the water, then carries and just fills, and it's like a little bathtub. should
You know, I am a woman.
Be married to a woman with really long hair. It gets clogged up very fast.
I'm sure Gavin's also clogs up with all his fucking chest hair.
I've had
That's
to buy
true.
Drano
I
like once a
shed.
month.
Like, you
You
know
gotta
how
cover for the plug to actually stop it.
you know how you have to change your sheets on your bed because when it gets stainy, you'll change your sheets. If there's like a stain or something, it's like God, change the sheets. I change.
Sure.
You don't wash your sheets on a regular basis?
Yeah, like once every 2 weeks I'll clean them, or when it just looks too gross.
Once every 2 weeks actually isn't bad. That's
That's
a
pretty
good
normal.
number.
But for me, it's all about how much hair is on the sheets. It's like you could make a ball from the hair, so I'm now gonna wash my sheets.
so we've
That's what I
got
do.
2 cats and a dog that all shed. It's
And
just
a
like-
Katie.
Yeah, and a
Do
Katie.
you have a Roomba?
No, we don't have a Roomba.
You should get one. They're great.
I don't know.
They're
I don't
great
know.
for
I don't know
pet
the
hair.
cats and dog would react to it.
They actually
They'll get used to it.
pets after like
Yeah.
1 or 2 goes, they just don't.
Roombas
care.
are actually really expensive. Like the good ones are really expensive.
What you can
My
do
one was
is
$400.
they sell them at Bed Bath & Beyond, and Bed Bath & Beyond always fucking sells you those 20% off coupons in the
Oh,
mail.
yeah.
That's how I bought mine.
Even
'Cause
then
I just waited
they're-
till I got one of those coupons and I went,
But like the hardwood one, I have like hardwood and tile. Like those are like $400 for like the really good ones.
$80
I'm like,
off.
Still, it's like $300 something.
Well, they
Yeah, it's
adjust.
less
they-
than an Xbox One.
You don't need to get a special hardwood one. Like they'll sense what surface they're on and adjust their brushes.
My old house was all hardwood, and I just used the normal
It's so
one.
good. Mine goes under my. Like I've never had an underneath of a bed that's so clean all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a bed that you can go under, but it's
Yeah,
just like this.
our bed we've got a few inches of space and it's terrifying under there. Like there's just like cat and dog toys
God.
and just like fur bunny or like, no, like
Under the bed is
dust
never a
bunnies.
good place.
Your
No.
Roomba can fix that.
Well,
Did you ever talk
say
about
that.
the Roomba fight? that you injected?
Oh yeah, we had a.
That was like the top of Reddit. Was it number
Yeah.
one on Reddit?
Yeah, I took a picture of it, and I was looking at what we'd done because basically Jeff and Griffin and I we had a Roomba fight with we attached a knife to one end and a balloon
Like
on the
a
other.
big sharp
On the
knife.
two Roombas.
Jeff bought 2 Roombas because I bought one. He was like, "Oh, I'm buying 2." He had to one up me, and we had him fight and stuff. And I took a picture of the 2 Roombas looking at each other with knives and balloons. And as I was taking it, I was like, "This is a front page of Reddit." And the next day, it was number 1
And
on
you
Reddit.
didn't submit it, right? Like someone else
Nope,
submitted
just
it?
tweeted it.
Did you see what the topic was right underneath it?
No.
It was that picture, and then the second topic on Reddit was, what is the stupidest way you've gotten hurt?
It actually almost did like cut Jeff's Achilles.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So
It's a-
I just want to comment that most of the people on Twitter agreeing with you about peeing in the shower are women.
It's a woman thing.
It's a woman thing.
And girls say that guys are gross.
yeah.
I don't think it's gross.
You're peeing on
It's
your
urine.
legs.
You have water rushing down you. You're not going to do it after you've already cleaned
Is
yourself.
it gross to pee in the pool?
No, because then you're
Then why don't you
floating
pee
in
in
it.
the pool?
Well, you're
because
standing in
it
it.
is gross. Then.
You're floating in it.
You're standing
When
in
I
it
was-
then. It's almost even worse because at least if you're floating, it's like it's
Yeah,
dispersing.
how long do you think your piss stays on your leg for? It washes off right away with the water of the shower
Apparently,
that's
Dr.
running
Oz says
down
it's
you.
good for your kidneys. I'm being
Oh,
told.
really?
Yeah. All right. Well, we're
you
at time.
guys
We need
are
to wrap
crazy.
up.
On that
Oh, good
note.
for your. It's good for your toenails.
Ew.
Wait, what?
Kinda
Gross.
Wow, that's
totally-
disgusting.
Why would it be good for kidneys?
I don't know. That's what I thought I heard. I don't question the earpiece.
Whoa!
But Brandon's in there.
I just say what he tells me, but I say I heard it from the earpiece. That way he gets to shit it.
Oh, okay.
Toenails.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brandon was always gross.
So what if someone peed on your leg? Would you be okay with that? Because that's basically the same thing.
In
What
the
if-
shower?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are
You
you
just
talking
inspired. You
about?
just inspired a load of fan fiction.
Oh.
So are you saying that if I got into the shower with you and started pissing on you while you're having a shower?
If we were like dating, yeah.
Oh. All right, then, Gus, can we end this?
Oh my
please?
god.
This is-
So
I ain't give a shit.
please just get out of here.
all right.
quickly.
Well, I want to thank everyone for watching. We'll be back on Wednesday with an episode of The Patch, and then again next Monday with another episode of RT Podcast.
RT Podcast.
So thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye. Oh.